So I suppose we'll do this intro. I'm Darren. This is the Warforged Dream of Electric Sheep. I can't believe I don't have to think about that title anymore for fucking months. It's like, don't say Android, don't say Android. I'm Darren, IDM, and from left to right we have, that's Photoshop, Isadora.
I'm Amy, I play Isadora. I don't have a god complex. I think that puts me in the minority of people in this recording.
Oh, shit.
Oh, savage right from the beginning.
I don't have a god complex, I just know I'm good.
I don't have God complex. God has a complex with me.
Fucking classic Neil bringing the Reddit to the game.
Ian,
Anyway,
please save us.
continue.
I'm Ian. I play Riz with Salt Fuel. I have been here for a few weeks. The fearless leader is back. I apologize for my absence.
Woo!
I own you, Neil.
Listen, you can't afford it, bitch.
I can't afford you. You're so cheap. Yeah, right.
Listen, how dare you? I'm not Darren. I don't trick for pennies. Anyway, I'm Neil. I play Esme. I don't really know what she is anymore. She's a werewolf.
Yeah.
She's a Pisces. No, she's a Libra. She's a two-faced bitch.
Walks on the beach.
What the fuck? I hate being cheap so early. But yeah, no, I'm Neil. I play Esme, and we're both fine, just fine.
I'm Laura, I play Coda. I'm good.
But
Yeah,
Coda
just
plays
generally.
himself.
So, you guys are reading this journal, and down the stairs descends Ian. Or Rizbit, sorry.
In the universe, Ian descends down the stairs. Who are
Stranger in our
you?
hand.
Elizabeth, where have you been?
So, I had a really weird dream.
Did it involve werewolves? Because I too had a dream.
No, like, I spent a while walking, and then I found like this village, and there was like this fisherman guy, and I talked to him, and then like he took me on a boat someplace, and then I came back from that place, and like I then woke up back here, and I'm just kind of tired after it all.
Is this to do with Planet Sword?
Maybe, I don't know.
Weird. Do you feel okay?
Just a little tired.
Well, we met Laureate, and also zombies. Into a house of the undead.
Lovely.
So that's just pretty much it. We should also probably go and deal with the Fomorian, because we said we would do that for you. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
So the Fomorian, you say?
what are you going to say, Coda?
No, nothing.
I'm sure it's something enlightening. I just think it's a disgrace.
What, just everything generally?
Well, okay. Who gave you the job for the Fomorian? Rizbitu.
Alexander.
Oh, Alexander! Get out of bed!
Considering he's standing literally 2 feet from Coda's side, he's like, yes.
Alexander, where's this Fomorian?
It's in the forest.
The Red Forest.
No, as in the forest surrounding the city, Esme.
There's a lot of fucking forests that we're dealing with here.
He's
Alex,
like,
you
he's like,
delightful, lovely man.
he's like, thank you. You have nice arrows.
Coda, your boyfriend's checking out my arrows. Maybe he's not as, whatever as you think.
He's like,
Scandalous.
would you like
might wanna watch that
confirmation? He just starts
Roman eye,
undressing Coda.
Oh my god. I don't
He's like, I'll call your bluff, Esme. He's like, Coda, get on the table.
Here now, really?
Oh, dear God.
No.
You think this is the
No.
first time we've had to deal with weird shit with Coda being in a relationship? Let me tell you, kid.
He's like, well, if you
remembers.
That's such like a telltale game thing. It's like just zooms in on Risbit's face, like Risbit remembers. Yeah, he's like, well, if you consult the contract, you'll see that it is located like essentially to the hold on, I think we're dead man's saying to the east a little bit. There is a cave that it dwells in with some wolves. He's like, I have not had a chance to kind of go at it.
Wolves, you say?
Yes, Fomorian and some wolves.
And this thing is definitely a threat, right?
Oh yeah, like this thing is like its food source is getting lower and lower. It's gonna start like venturing closer to the city, and they're big boys, Fomorians. They do not mess around.
They're
Has it
a giant
anyone
pain
yet?
in the butt.
Like for us, it would be like a day's hike kind of thing to get to it, that sort of thing. But Fomorians are rather larger and can cover obviously bigger distance with bigger strides, so they could get to the city kind of thing quick enough if they really wanted, if they were pressed. Like their tracks have been getting closer and closer kind of thing. They're clearly scouting out the prey pit kind of thing.
Well, like, let's go kill this thing.
Yeah, he's like, as much as I would like to join you, I literally from the top of my head I can't because I'm too tired, but he essentially gives a valid reason as to why he can't go on this. It's almost like your tank is back.
Are you moving?
He has to tidy up.
Yeah, no, he's,
Yeah.
oh no, oh yeah, no, that's what he's gonna do. He has to go rent a carriage to bring all the shit in. If people like, yeah, he's like, so are you guys like setting up shop in the mansion, or what should I go to get the cart and get all the necessary things done? Like talk to Bones about like declaring this hovel as like vacant again. Like what's the 411?
Yeah, I don't want to give Bones any more of her money.
I know, like Izzy's like, I just love the perception of Izzy. It's like, oh man, she's such a heartwarming, true hero, and it's like, I ain't giving that man my money. It's like, nah, and also got a little petty.
A little.
Hey Amy, I will not speak ill of Isadora, you know.
I will.
I will.
Oh, I know. Oh no, you go crazy, dude. I ain't gonna. You do you, buddy.
First of all,
She's a bitch. So he's like, yeah. So like, should I handle the preparation?
yeah, get us to the new house, Jeeves. Whatever. We're going on an adventure.
Yeah.
Woo!
Cool. So yeah, Alex essentially like, cutscenes and exit the building kind of thing. He's gonna go do that stuff while you go do this stuff.
I hope that's not the last time we ever see him.
He was almost an Alex sandwich.
Oh
This
my
is a-
gosh.
This is the
Yes.
thing, guys. With that dream, I read like it started me out like where we'd been sleeping and stuff, and I kind of like to follow the path I took to see if there's anything actually out there.
Wait, what?
Like, it's
Oh,
like like obviously not right now after you've done like the Red Forest and stuff, but like,
wait, hold on. Whereabouts was it?
To the deep east.
Yeah, thanks, Darren.
Butters, buddy. Yeah, I know it's all kind of vague because it's just been all over the place, but
Just
Yeah.
a question. Which way is the undead temple?
east.
Okay.
No. The Undead Temple's west, isn't it?
Okay, so essentially, like, to ping on the map, that really poorly drawn X is roughly where the Fomorian should be, that kind of thing.
Cool. So let's head in that direction.
Do we want to prepare anything
Sounds
before we
good to
go?
me.
Well, does anyone know anything about Fomorians?
Darren, can I roll history?
I mean, go for it, buddy. But unless you've read The Underdark and I, ages 6 up, I mean,
I have not.
Why don't we go and ask someone? We are in a town. There are probably like sages and shit that know things.
The forest
Yeah.
walkers would probably know, but they don't like me.
Let's go ask Bones
We
if he
burned
knows
that
anyone.
bridge.
Yeah, we did.
He's gonna say go to the forest walkers, and we're gonna be like,
Well, then we'll
Sorry.
explain to him why we can.
He's probably gonna shout at us and be like, "Oh, so the forest walkers are saying you ruined their lives and shouted at them, and now they're really sad and miserable." all
So
the time."
Esme goes to speak to Bones.
Okay, we gotta talk about
I'm done worrying about like, oh, he yelled at us about
when you guys walk in, you see Bones talking to a stocky dwarf, and both of them are kind of like, like almost childishly giggling. And kind of like, they're standing pretty close, guys. They're like pretty close together. When you come in, Bones like immediately like swaps body language. Is like, yeah.
Hey, y'all know any shit about Fomorians, or who might know shit about Fomorians?
Have you tried the Forest Walkers?
They hate Isadora and Coda.
Hi.
They hate me
because
now.
their friends are because their friends are undead, and we had to destroy them, and we had to go and explain to them that sometimes undead happen.
Sometimes undeath just happens. It's a part of unlife.
I missed the part where they started hating me.
Uncrack.
You have literally such problems in life, Coda. Like you.
He's like, hold on, I have a plan. 1 second, friends. I just want to double check this name.
I hope it's my crazy neighbor.
Oh, Laura, can you stop looking at my screen for 3 seconds, please?
Wait, what?
So yeah, he looks at you and he's like, "Oh yeah, there's this high elf off
Oh
over
my
yonder
God.
called
Hi,
Ray.
guy.
He's rather eccentric, but he definitely knows his stuff."
I have that name again because someone was shouting.
Salt pants. It's Ray or Raelorn. Yes, he's like full name's Raelorn, but he responds to Ray. He's nice. He screams a lot. He's okay.
Oh, good. Well, that was helpful.
Like what's it? What are his credentials? What's his CV like?
He bakes a good pie.
Do you know him?
He was my neighbor, yes.
So why
Oh.
didn't you think of this before we had to come
Well,
and
I
bother
didn't really
Bones when he
talk
has
to
a
him
guest?
much. He sort of just would scream and paint, and he was strange. I didn't
Oh.
think he'd be an expert on Fomorians.
Well, like,
It's a lot of screaming.
You just see Bones like whisper to the dwarf or something. He's like, "These are the weirdos with serious issues I was telling you about."
Hi.
who's the dwarf?
Pleasure.
Hi, dwarf.
He's like, "There are some who call me Tim."
Yeah.
Darren,
Yes, Ian.
is he like taller than me?
No, he's like a pair of eyes taller than you, buddy, just enough.
Just enough
I
to
get
matter.
up on my tippy toes.
He gets up
I'm
on
like,
his tippy
"Hello."
toes.
I shove him back down.
Oh, really? We're gonna play this game?
No, I don't.
It's like, I get up on my tippy toes. He immediately
Ew.
pulls out a war axe and he's like, "You want to fucking go?"
Hey, you leave him alone. I need him.
Then you can take out all your short rage on the literal giant.
I hope the dwarf.
Okay.
He's like crying into Risbeth. He's like, "It's just so hard. All these tall freaks."
I know. Like, look at what I'm dealing with.
It's been him are now best friends.
Oh, that's nice.
Bones is
I like
deeply unnerved as to why everyone just immediately started crying.
His Bones is like, oh no.
that. Not
They
like
got
this.
another one.
Why can't I have anything nice?
So, guys, you guys are setting a course for Ray's Gap.
Oh my god. Yes. Yes.
Coda, lead us to your apparent friend.
Yes. Well, I don't know what help he's gonna be.
Well, if
If they
Bones
say he's
said it,
yes, if they say he is, but I hardly really had a conversation with him. He just screams, and I've seen him just stabbing canvases with a knife. He's a strange
Esme
man.
just
Sounds
like-
amazing.
Esme just makes a very audible, like, neck clicking noise. It's like, oh, well, I know what I'm gonna do here.
Okay, well, Coda, lead the way. Where does he live?
I'll lead the way back to my old house, Darren.
Okay, yeah, no, you guys, you pass your Luke. Oh, what's the fucking name of
Luchek.
Luchek, yeah. Luchek's shop is in the distance. You know, you can hear hammering of iron. You see Ray's home, hovel, what have you. And as you approach, you hear screaming.
Yep.
Well, go on.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
it's you. Go on.
Yeah, okay, I'll go knock on the door politely.
Sorry.
No, I was just saying, would I have really had like a extended conversation with this dude, or is it more like just glancing him through windows?
Oh
and...
no, yeah, like you glanced through windows and saw him occasionally screaming.
I know he like stared at me over a pie for a while. That was all I remember really from the notes he gave me.
Oh god, he is literally from Twin Peaks.
He's legit.
He's Log Lady, isn't he?
He's pretty much, from what I can tell, he's Log Lady. Yeah, I'll go politely knock on the door. I feel like we should have brought a present, but oh well, it's too late now.
The screams constant, and when you hear like knock, it just immediately cuts off. And you're like, it sounds like someone's like literally packing away a million things. Like, you know, drawers are smashing. Like you hear windows breaking at one point. Then the door opens up, and you see like it's a high elf man kind of hunched over, like of just terrible posture. Long red robes, kind of like, you know, those nightcaps, those long droopy like time for bed things.
I know you never mentioned that in your notes, but I literally pictured that on him. I can't believe how perfect this is.
Yeah, like he's matching red. He's got slippers on. He's got a really long beard now. Like it definitely looks kind of fake. Like you can kind of probably see residue of glue somewhere, and he's just like, yes.
Raelorn?
He just nods.
Hi, we need to talk to you. It's very important. We're very important people.
Let me see some credentials.
This is Coda. He knows you. That's
Hi.
credential enough.
Also, we have these fake deputy badges Bones gave us.
Oh yeah. We also know Bones.
So nice to see you again, Raelorn.
He just like screams in Coda's direction. He's like, come in.
I like this. I know.
No, he seems like a nice fellow, yeah. Harmless, I think.
You guys are essentially like the house is dark. Like there's no lights on kind of thing. A lot of the curtains are closed and that sort of thing. He leads you into like a sitting room that's clearly been refurbished as like a work room. You can see canvases dotted around the place. In the center of the room is what looks like a kind of like a giant arcane sigil. Like, you know, that kind of like fucking basically arcane, like the type of thing you would use to like summon Dave. You know, it's clearly like magical in some degree. There is a stool, like a painter stool in the middle, and there's like just candles everywhere. It looks really ritualistic, that kind of thing. Like literally, if like this was a Doom, it'd be like someone summoning demons, that kind of thing. Like, you know, the candles everywhere looks really kind of out there. Next to the stool is a canvas and like, you know, all the painting materials set up. He kind of like sits on the stool and he's like, let's pull up a stool. And when you guys look around, you see that there is literal like toadstools around the room. He's like, come on.
Yeah,
I sit
okay.
down on one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
And he's like, yes. Now, what is it you want?
Fomorians, we need to know about
How many?
one.
You want one here? Okay.
No. That's not what
And
I
he
said.
gets off like his stool, and he starts rummaging through pieces of paper, and he's like, I think I have a spell here somewhere.
Just sit down. No, we need to know what they are.
As you
what
say,
they
sit
do.
down. He immediately sits down on the pile of paper and continues rummaging.
Hey, no, stop rummaging. What? Like, I'm asking you questions.
You said you wanted a Fomorian. I'm trying.
No.
Okay.
We want to know how to deal with a Fomorian. We are tasked with hunting one down, and we want to know if you know anything about them or their weaknesses.
He's like, you're Big Mick.
Gesundheit.
Are you friends with
Excuse me.
Are you friends with a Fomorian?
No, I'd never associate mine with that filth.
So what does
Then
And he
yes, we're going after
like
Big
kind
Mick.
Say that again.
Then yes, we're going after Big Mick.
Okay, I thought you said, what did you say about Big Mick? And I was like, what? He sits back down in the stool.
You cut out again.
And he's like, oh, yes. Yay.
You're back.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, no, I heard inklings about this Fomorian in the forest. Whisper.
What's his deal? What does he do? What is the 411?
Well, strangely dressed woman.
Hey, this is perfect attire for the
Picks
time.
Okay. I mean, like, all their own, can anyone really judge fashion? And they smash the clubs.
I
They
reckon
smash the
we
clubs.
kill him.
Who Ian?
Yeah, I miss her. I was like, are you attacking Ray?
No, the Fomorian.
What else? So I'm not sure if I heard the first thing you said. They smashed the clubs.
No, they smash the clubs. They pick you up and eat you.
Cool. How do we avoid that?
Don't stand next to it. Very big.
Cool.
He's like, he's bigger than him, and he points at Risbit.
Really?
Yes, many
Gosh.
things.
That's okay.
It's like, other than that, like, typically I don't think they have any particular weaknesses. They're rather resilient individuals. Type of thing.
What are they likely to do to us? Like, do they have any magical powers?
Smash the clubs, blow your brains out, eat you,
Okay. That's pretty good.
yell at you.
Well, you've heard of,
you.
what have you heard? Like, is it normal to hear about a Fomorian? Like, what's so big about Mick?
Like offended, he fixes himself. He's like, depending on circles that you hang out in, anything can be normal, miss. It's the right attire. It's like those boots with that hat.
I'm not wearing a hat.
Exactly.
Ray,
Fight doesn't work.
She's not a hat person.
I have a face. I have a face that should never be covered by a hat.
You have a
prick.
face that is not your own.
What? Oh! Listen, what I did for money in college. How dare you? Coda, these are the people that you call your friends?
Neighbour.
These people are still here, and he shrieks at Esme.
And
I
they
would
just start
shriek, but
screaming
people here.
right at him. He's like,
He
yeah, well,
starts screaming
listen.
at Esme.
I'm really excited to just start screaming back at him. Just like, listen, buddy! I only tolerate so much bullshit in my day!
That's not
Is that
true.
what your friends say about you?
No, they say I am a pure delight.
Coda giggles under his breath.
Esme stabs Coda with the ball dagger and finishes her. finishes her mission.
Yeah, that's when the shroud goes, "This is the enemy. You must
Yeah.
kill."
I take
Oh my
his
God.
fucking leg bones.
It's Raelorn. It's just Raelorn. Raelorn is the most dangerous person you've ever met.
Raelorn looks and he extends a hand, and like his fingers are twitching. It's like clearly, he's just my services.
Darren, you're cutting out.
I think he wants us to pay him.
He says that'll be 100 gold for my services.
Oh no!
Services. You didn't tell us anything.
Esme leaves. It's like that's not how services.
He tips his night cap. And you know all the things that I just read before you came in.
Darren, I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
No, me neither.
He tipped his nightcap and said, "Did we know all of these things before we had come in?
What things?
That Fomorians are just big and smash things."
Yes, we knew that.
Yeah, and they're resilient. They don't have any weaknesses. That's all. This is all high quality content.
It's not exactly helpful.
I'm sorry. Were you going to walk into this fight knowing they have a weakness? Yes or no?
He is right. Now we know that they don't have a weakness.
Yeah. See, boom. That was helpful.
That
What
doesn't
about
mean
you?
You
Give me
can
some
tell
money.
us what will
No.
help, we'll pay you. If you can tell us how to beat it, we pay you. How about that?
You can tell us how big Mick is now. There you go.
Is his name really Big Mick, or are you just bullshitting us?
He's like, well, I call him Big Mick, but apparently that's not nice.
Well,
Yeah, but what did they
apparently you know him, like, and you said you didn't.
Just don't look him in the eye.
Okay.
You see, he's got one giant eye, and if he looks at you with it, you go splat. And if you don't
See,
go
that's
splat,
helpful.
you kind of turn into mush.
He's kind of like Raisbit.
But he seems to be bigger than me.
It's like everyone else.
Okay, no, you see, that's useful.
I don't come into your home and yell at you about your... Do I?
Joke's on you, we don't have a home. We rent.
Oh my gosh!
Joke's on you, we're homeless. Boom.
That's messed up. Oh fuck! I can't deal with that.
Also, not technically true anymore.
Doesn't count when we're just fucking scrounging off your
Yeah,
boyfriend.
we either rent or we mooch off someone's boyfriend. So there.
Or someone's parents. Like very like you're like
That too.
we're moochers, okay? Moochers.
He's like, there's nothing wrong with some mooching.
Well, you're not gonna mooch 100 gold off us. Sir, I will give you 10. As they gives him 10 gold.
He's like, sold! And he hops down on this.
Hops that witch? What?
He hops off the stool and starts rummaging around with the canvases.
Okay. What are you painting? Paint something pretty.
After about like a minute or two of him search, he reappears with a canvas that's essentially like A1 in size, that kind of paper size,
Yeah.
and he just take gold worth sorted.
Darren,
Yeah.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Is it?
Hello?
You're cutting out, bro. Super bad.
Darren.
Ah!
Dun 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 dun.
Darren's dead.
This house is clear. What's happening?
I like Raelorn.
Everything's happening.
It's all happened before, and it'll happen again. Dun 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 dun.
Now we understand that sentence.
I mean, yeah.
Sort of. We're like
Hello?
verging on beginning to understand it. Hello.
Hello.
Darren, is that you?
It is.
Jack,
Hooray!
is that you?
Yeah, he hands you a canvas, Esme, that's A1 in size. and completely white.
Hey, if I buy art, I expect it to be colourful.
Wait, is it a blank canvas or is it covered in white paint?
Covered in white paint.
Okay.
He's like, just don't look at it after dark.
Oh, you
Oh
know I'm gonna
boy,
look at
it's one of these.
Esme folds the canvas. No, we're gonna drop it back to the house to be like taken with Alexander.
Alex, we got you a housewarming present.
Just don't look at it after dark.
It's a haunted painting.
It really ties the room together, man.
Haunted things, right?
No, he likes
Your
the opposite
house.
of those things.
No, he likes haunted things. His house, the painting, Coda.
Oh, I see what you're
Oh shit!
Read it.
Ray gives Coda some aloe vera for that burn.
Why couldn't he just spread the fucking aloe vera on the painting? And it's just like, okay, thanks. Right, well, goodbye forever, Raelorn.
Bye, thank you.
Enjoy painting or whatever.
He's like, thank you. It causes me great distress and I haven't slept in 72 hours.
That's called being an artist, boy!
As you guys
Maybe
leave,
better, bitch.
the screaming starts again.
He's nice. Bit of a money grubber, but nice.
I liked him.
I think he's a pure lunatic, and that's all I expect from this hellhole.
He's the kind of person Dead Man's Haven attracts.
Yeah, just like you. What does that say about you, actually?
My other neighbour's perfectly nice.
Who was your other neighbour?
The Smith, Luchek.
Oh, I don't think I've met that person.
She doesn't talk much.
Do they not have a tongue? I feel like this is someone who
she
doesn't have a
can
tongue.
speak, she just doesn't speak much.
Maybe she's hiding something. Maybe she's in
I
witness
was
protection.
working for her when I was first here and when I got back for a while. Paying off some
yeah.
debts.
Is she the one that you like made the deal with the devil for? Anyway, more importantly, let's just go. Let's just go fight something.
Go fight this Fomorian.
Yeah, sure. What's the worst that could happen?
Actually, I just thought of something. When he said don't look it in the eye, that reminded me, what if he used the Medusa on it? Maybe that'll work.
That's cheating.
No, it isn't.
I want to live, so I don't care. You can break it into itty bitty pieces.
Oh, by the way, have I noticed Coda's hand?
Oh, I assume I would have. No, I suppose I haven't said it to you. No. Oops. I'll just out of the blue remember. Oh yeah, I have a diseased hand, and I'll show it to Risbit.
Risbit looks at it and goes, "Yeah, it's quite diseased." And
can you do something about it?
it's 100 gold for my services.
Oh, you're learning from Raelorn.
I give Risbit a knock on the noggin. Don't do that.
As Risbit said the window, and he's like, "You fucking hack!"
Esme points and laughs at Coda.
I cured the disease.
Come on, man, be cool.
I cured
You're
it.
weak. You're weak, Risbit.
I slap Esme.
I fight
Ooh.
Risbit to the death.
Yeah, let's not do this.
You want to start this shit?
Bones walks past, like eating an apple and nonchalantly just like stun batons everybody and just like, get a fucking show on, run! And just like takes a bite of the apple as he walks by.
Don't kiss Tim. Get out of here.
Go kiss your dwarf boyfriend, you little nerd.
He's like, I fucking will. I will, and I'm gonna enjoy the fucking shit out of it.
God, you have a hard life. You deserve nice company.
You deserve happiness.
I appreciate that.
Stop with the aggressive niceness, Isadora.
This is what we do. We aggressively support each other. Darren, is my disease cured now?
No.
Yes.
Ooh.
No,
Or
it isn't.
is it?
Yeah, it's not. He's not.
No.
I'm
it is,
still.
it
I'm
is.
gonna keep applying the salve anyway.
The salva.
The disease is gone, but something just eats at the back of your mind. You don't know why.
It's a mind flayer. Well, this has been fun. Let's get out of the country. Let's just leave. Esme just climbs out of the town.
We head west.
Darren, do you know which way west is?
Cool, survive. I don't know, Neil. Do you want to just tell me there real quick?
It's definitely not east. Just to put that one, just to clear that one up.
I did bad.
I think we should go north. I'll do the survival checks because I'm back.
Ooh.
No, I'll do them.
Ooh,
Fuck
that's
you.
very cool.
Fuck you.
Oh.
Where is my survival? Yeah.
I mean, he's not quite as handsome.
Yes. Oh fuck.
Oh dang, Izzy. How do you have a +5 to survival? That's really good.
I'm training it.
Nice.
I'm training it. Yeah.
Izzy's first song was "I'm a Survivor."
Oh, I love that idea of bards unlocking skills based on what songs they can play and stuff. That's cool.
Oh, that's nice.
Cool, you guys take your time. Not take your time, but it's effectively you travel smart. A day passes, kind of thing. You pass. It's kind of nighttime. You can see the Fomorian's cave in the distance. A very small, firelight is clearly emanating, giving off a little bit of orange light. You get essentially it's a case of you can attack now or you can sleep and do it in the morning, that sort of thing.
Psst, guys, what languages does people speak?
Goblin,
Fomorian.
Elvish, Common.
Common Elven Infernal.
Common Elven and that little bitty bit of Thieves' Cant.
Oh.
Esme just yells in Elven, "Hey, who's in there?"
You hear nothing.
Esme yells it in Common then. "Hey, who's in there?"
You hear nothing.
Oh, maybe he's not there. Esme proceeds to go up to the. She'll sneak up because she's a rogue, guys. I don't know if you know this.
Really?
A rogue with 16 strength, man.
Be careful.
Oh yeah, Isidore, not Isidore. Esme is buff right now. She's super buff.
She's got
Nice.
a lot of hair coming out of her nose and ears for some reason.
She's also she is literally Buffy right now. She buff like Buffy. But yeah, I'm gonna sneak up to have a wee peek, Darren. How's that sound to you?
I don't know which direction you sneak, and you might want to correct me. Directions and stuff.
Well, I'm not stating north, south, east, or west.
I'm just saying you keep talking about sneaking, but there's no dice rolling for me. So do you know how to play the game, Neil? About time. Well, look at you. Yeah, 27 is really good. Fucking man, I love rogues. Yeah, you sneak up. You see at the back of the cave a huge giant creature, hunched over and kind of picking at scraps, literally trying to eat the bone. At this point, there's not a lot. There's one big wolf, kind of well, not big, but it's one kind of wolf, kind of eating a tiny bit of scrap of food, and you hear his belly rumble, kind of thing. And it's a case of his food is quite low.
Ooh,
He doesn't notice Esme, that kind of thing.
That could be one hungry wolf. And it's just a singular wolf, yes?
Yes.
But it's a giant wolf.
Well, it's bigger than your average wolf, but it's not fucking
Bigger than the
large or
average
anything.
wolf.
Yeah.
And does the cave seem to go further down the back?
No, it's a case of there's a wall at the very back of it.
Oh, and there's no sign of any kind of Fomorian.
The giant fucking thing eating food is the Fomorian.
I thought you said it was a wolf!
I said a huge giant creature and a wolf.
Oh, sorry. No, I thought you just were saying it's a huge giant creature that is a wolf. I was like,
No.
okay. Sorry, I just misheard. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Oh man, it's amazing when someone misspeaks from his ears and we all don't jump down their fucking neck, isn't it?
Fucking dickhead. How about that?
Guys, stop fighting.
Well, What does the inside of this monstrous cave look like, Darren? Is it just a monstrous cave?
It's a cave. There are rocks. There's bones. There's a fire pit in the middle.
There's a lovely
He's
Shaylon.
clearly carved. Yeah, he's carved out a little on. Have a little snooze. There's a pile of gold to the right.
I do like gold. Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I definitely think we probably shouldn't fight the Fomorian.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. I just really don't feel like fighting the Fomorian is the answer. But also, it's the best answer we've got.
It's the only answer we've got.
Well, yeah, because they won't speak. Oh, well.
Well, this is a contract to kill, right? I don't think there's an option.
Correct.
It's the only way we will get money, that's true. It's just, Esme, like, returns to the party. It's like, guys, it just seems to be a man and his dog. Like, just living life.
I don't really care about the money. Is there another way to stop this thing from eating the townspeople?
I feel like we need common ground and a way to speak to one another, and I don't feel like we have that currently. Isadora, what do you think? Your friend was the one who didn't give us any.
Like, if we want to, if it has a language and can speak, I can cast comprehend language. But my fear is the second we attract its attention, because it is starving and we've invaded its home, it's just going to straight up attack us.
Well, we can't always go with the whole Medusa head thing.
I think that's a good option.
Well, why don't we try and talk to him? But then equally, Rizbit, just light your sword, have your sword just behind you, just have it trailing, but ready to just be set on fire in a moment's notice, and then we just fight it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay, so let's just see what happens here.
Oh,
Let's
God.
keep our distance. If this thing does attack, we should stay at range.
Esme,
So just let Esme do it.
Esme, yeah.
Well, I mean, we
Esme,
can talk without being right up next to it.
guys, you wait here. Isadora,
Absolutely
cast
not.
that whole comprehend languages thing, and Esme just
Let me check the range on this.
she what's the name of that movie? Where is it? Ferris Bueller's Day Off, where he does the no.
Yeah, the range is me. I'm the only person who can understand this, so I have to be at least within listening range.
Well, then maybe it'll talk really loud.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk from 100 feet away. We don't have to be right up close to it.
What is that movie where your man just slides in on screen, but he's in a
Oh
shirt?
god,
Oh, it's the one with
Risky
Tom
business.
Cruise.
Tom...
Is it Risky Business?
No, I don't think... Is it called that?
Oh
Oh my god, that's annoying me.
Slide.
Why have a solo slide in when you guys can do the Breakfast Club slide together into the cave?
Because I don't want to die.
It is.
They
Risky
also
Business.
run
Risky
away.
business, yeah? Okay.
Esme Risky Business slides in to the mouth of the cave, but not into the cave, just inside of the cave, and she just kind of shouts, "Hey, yo, giant! What's up?"
The Fomorian notices you. The wolf notices you and stands up. The Fomorian lets it, and is clearly roaring at you in some.
Can Izzy hear this?
If we're in yelling range, then yeah.
Oh, sorry. I know you were discussing it, but you've cast the spell, yeah?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, cool. Izzy, you hear it say, "Fee, fo, fi, fum, I smell the blood of a goblin man. Be he alive or baked bread."
He's
I
gonna kill
fucking love
Brisbane!
As I just says, it's well, this fucking sucks, and she just starts running away. Kill it.
Literally called it pull it the head.
Oh yeah, no, we'll put
Initiative,
out the
please,
head in a
Fred.
minute. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to pull
As
that.
Esme like runs past us and just give her a filthy look.
Why? What did I do?
Big Mick himself.
What did Esme do? What did Esme do?
The boys! Oh god,
Big
it
Mick
is-
and the
it is-
boys.
It is actually called Big Mick.
Big Mick and the boys. Jesus.
I love it.
Risbeth, do you speak Undercommon? Being that you were a goblin.
I do not.
Really? Oh, is that
Really?
because you picked that goblin, like, tribe thingy? Is that why, maybe? I don't know. Okay, cool. That's interesting. That's neat.
Well, it's like his parents spoke Undercommon, but they didn't teach it to him because they wanted him to do well in school.
Like Irish
like-
nationalism.
Yeah.
What parents?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, before they were murdered.
horribly murdered.
Is that 22-year initiative?
Yep.
All right, cool. That's cool.
Darren, the 3 is my initiative.
It's
Ian,
okay.
you're
It's
back
okay,
on
Risbeth.
form.
You can kill everyone.
Yeah.
I can't believe Coda and I are in the front again. Why did we do this?
Why did you do this?
Well, yeah, I have no reason.
I blame Coda.
Yeah, same.
Who doesn't?
I mean, probably his parents. I think his parents think he's cool.
They seem pretty chill, like.
They have blinders on with like all of their children.
Oh yeah, like the 3 kids are like monsters. And it's like, aren't they doing great?
Oh, he's just a bit, misunderstood. It's like, no.
He's just going through a phase. Like he's 26.
Wow. I feel like Laura's actually feeling something. Might just step away from that one.
Oh, the boys
dog
got bigger.
Oh no!
The
It's
boys
a
are
boy.
You're
expanding.
misreading
boy.
his stats.
That's a
Yeah.
big boy.
It's a
That
big
happens
old
to
boy.
Happens to me all.
Oh, he's got some
the-
fire coming out of his face too.
Pair of
Oh no,
genuine
that's
wrestle boys.
just old stock art that I made.
Oh, okay.
Okay, guys, starting us up is Isadora.
Louda daggers.
I
For it's hitting both of them, but that's not clipping in. It's clipping into
That's fair.
Anyway, I'm casting it at 4th level because I don't want to die.
Ooh, snap.
I forgot to put on the combat music.
Izzy, is that all you wish to do, friend?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, I
Coda.
Okay, well clearly we're attacking, so I'm gonna shoot my gun. So let's
Sorry.
go.
Did you really think diplomacy was gonna work?
I mean, no, but I thought we were gonna do the Medusa head thing, but I guess I mean, maybe Esme will do that. She has the head, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I've got my grit points back because we have rested, so 2 sharpshooters with advantage to start off.
Won't hit.
Yay. Eat my 46 points of damage.
Shit.
And can you make a... Oh, what's the save? Oh my god, I still haven't gotten that document back. Oh no, I do. Hang on.
God damn it, Laura.
No, I'm not gonna look for it now. Sorry, it's fine. Never mind. I
I'm
think
only
it's a
kidding.
con save,
God,
but it's
I'm
fine.
seriously kidding. Yeah.
Well.
I'm pretty sure it's a con save. Yeah, con save.
Whoop 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 whoop.
Oh boy, that's
25.
You're grand.
Neato. Amy, I believe you have to roll damage. This thing starts in the cloud.
Yeah.
Ah! Ah!
Esme.
I'm ready.
Can you
to
give me a
die.
charisma save?
Oh, a charisma. Oh. Hey guys, guess what Esme's charisma is?
Oh my god.
Turn
Like,
her
guys, hey,
too
whoa.
much. Turn her too much.
Don't.
Esme. As you glimpse the eye,
Oh boy.
you take a total of 27 psychic damage.
Guys, I don't think I had
It's
that
okay though, because as this damage applies to you, you begin to deform and mush and just essentially turn into a fucking, I don't know, a mix between the radiation guy. No, the radiation guy from RoboCop 1 and a feral ghoul. But yeah, buddy. So essentially, you're deformed. That's literally the status. Your speed is halved. You have disadvantage on every ability check you make, saving throws, attacks based on strength and/or dex. You can repeat the save at the end of a long rest.
Well,
Holy shit.
that's me dead.
And now it's going to beat Coda over the head.
Can't wait to make people carry me.
I ain't carrying you.
Fuck you, yeah.
Is that against me,
Coda?
Darren?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits. I'm gonna hellish your beast, but go ahead and smash me.
Okay, cool. A big old great club comes down on your head, giving you a total of 14 bludgeoning damage.
Sick. Make a dex save,
Dex
please.
for me, isn't it?
Yeah, dex. That was 14 damage, yeah?
Correct mundo, friendo. Oh, he got a 2.
He fails! Eat 25 points of fire damage!
Blood oozes from the Fomorian.
Oh,
Esme.
wow, I'm so proud of that.
That's solid damage, dude.
That's
Is
definitely the best hellish rebuke I've ever gotten off.
that's going the notebook levels of rolls. But Esme, you're up, buddy.
Esme just starts going a bit mad. It's like, oh, you want to do this, do you? And she's just gonna whip out the Medusa head and just take a look at this.
So it's a con save he has to make, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't. What's the base?
Oh,
of the
actually, hold on. No, let me just pull up the stat. Interesting. I had that bookmark. It's not there. Hold on. Let me just link what Esme looks like.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
jeez.
Shut up. No, I was looking through our chat.
Oh boy.
And there's a picture and it says who would win, and it's Esme Nilo or Sigourney fucking Weaver.
Oh, I love that.
I love the picture.
I forgot that we did that.
My favorite one is still Coda. It's who would win, a being immune or resistant to fire, or a literal,
A literal
fire?
fire. That was my favorite thing.
Okay, this thing has to make a con save.
How do you say?
Why does this thing have to make a con save?
Because I'm pointing the Medusa head at him.
Ah.
I feel like that saves.
Yeah, but there's an actual thing even if you do save.
Oh boy, we have a cool new weapon, guys.
I feel like it's gonna get squished.
I feel like we shouldn't give it to the deformed person.
Yeah, it's a case of it did well, but not that well, to the point where it slowly begins to turn to stone. So at the minute, it's just technically restrained, but it's not petrified. So
do
it
I
can't
not
move.
Keep Medusa head out to continue it, or will it just?
It's a case of this has happened to it now. I will tell you. No, it can repeat the save at the end of its turn because it was only a partial. But if you essentially use an action next turn to do it again, it will have disadvantage on the save, and you can kind of drive it home, sort of thing. But yeah, it's restrained, so it can't move. Attack rolls on it have advantage, and it has this. So that its current shtick.
I feel like it's not gonna make it to his next turn because Risbet's next, right?
No, actually, the wolf is next. But Esme, is that all you to do?
Yeah.
All right, cool, buddy. Izzy, can you roll damage, please? The wolf is literally sawed to pieces.
Yeah.
Nice.
Big Mick cries out in genuine anguish and sorrow.
Yeah,
What?
see, this
Well,
is
like, what
why-
does it cry?
No, it's just like, I can't believe he's gone. My only friend in this life.
I think,
Holy-
haha, fuck you!
Wow!
Oh my god.
Oh,
Chaotic
cold.
evil Amy.
Chaotic. We didn't know she turned chaotic
This,
evil.
like, this Fomorian is broken. You can see the you can see like the petrification slowly taking over. He's like, haha. It just looks at her, and by sheer anger, you see the rocks formation just slowly starts to go back down.
Oh.
No! Fuck you.
That's not how Constitution works!
Sorry, if you could look page 2 of the PHB, you'll see the
kidding.
chapter called Wiggly Hand. Wiggly Hand, featuring
joke.
Wiggly
Chapter
Hand.
called "The Rule of Cool" and or yeah, fuck it.
No, the chapter called "You Think I Give a Fuck." Risbit, you're up, buddy.
Yeah,
Called
this thing
White
ain't
Devil,
surviving.
White Devil.
Get out of here, Dewey. You don't want none of this shit.
I have two choices I can make right now.
Schwasser.
One, I can utter my vow of enmity thing and give myself advantage for both my attacks. Or I can light my sword on fire and have fire for all my attacks. I'm going the advantage way.
Coolio, my friend.
Of course he is. Typical.
Nice.
Both hit.
Cool, I'm gonna do a level 3 smite and a level 2 smite.
Wow.
Coolio, friendo.
This isn't a mean you're undead, is it?
No, it doesn't take any
Oh.
of those boxes. Is that the 26 total?
No, that was to hit.
Those are the 2 attacks.
Oh shit! Yeah, sorry, I don't know why. Oh, my roll 20 looked weird. I thought it was just the damage.
Murder it.
This has been a textbook comeback for Ian with the like nat 2 on initiative and then 1 billion damage.
45 damage, Darren.
Please hold.
Beautiful.
Do 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 do.
I'm so glad
What's
our
that?
bard is making the whole music.
That is something.
It is something, I don't know what it is.
Is this the music that you were doing before that I was convinced was Animal Crossing?
I think
Yeah, you've definitely done that music before.
Mm-hmm. Da 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 da. Oh fucking! This is gonna kill me all over.
It
again.
killed you
I didn't
last
get it the
time.
first time. But I didn't get it the first time either. That was the problem. I didn't figure out what it was. Oh.
How does Risbit bring it down?
Oh boy.
I killed the biggest thing I've ever fought yet.
Yay!
But that's the thing. That I was taking a picture. You did 45 damage and it had 45 HP left.
Oh my
Nice.
god. So like I guess like he starts like chopping at the legs. Like, cause I'm assuming they're petrified.
Shadow of the Colossus, this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll shadow Colossus, motherfucker. Like, Laura, you can talk the way through that because I don't know what you mean.
As in climb it and then stab it in the brain.
Oh my god, yes. Can I do that, Darren?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, like Rizzo, like find any perches of like rocked legs and stuff to climb up, and just like gets behind it and like stabs it twice in the back of the head.
Nice. It'll like goes to topple forward, but its legs have kind of like turned to stone at this point, and it's like it can't. So it's just kind of like hanging forward to the best of its body's ability, kind of thing, and there's just blood just coming out everywhere.
As like I climb off, like I pull it down with me.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, yeah. It's like kind of like on its side now, kind of thing.
I think it's unfair to leave them standing up if they're dead.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, guys. Like victory music plays.
I don't trust how easy this was. Esme puts away her Medusa head and starts screaming.
I kind of feel like we weren't looking at her, and we all look over and go like, "Oh God!"
Oh.
Help
Oh,
me! Help me!
This is fair off, or you like this now?
Help me!
Darren, Darren, can we
Release me!
And I think Esme rings up X and
Am I still beautiful? Am I still pretty?
No, you're not.
Fix me! Fix me!
I don't think anyone can.
Oh,
Yeah, oh
Can
yeah, no,
anyone-
that's fine, yeah.
Oh wait, no, hold on. It's technically a curse. Does anyone have remove curse?
Oh, hang on.
I think
Yeah,
I do.
because
but it's
I
another
thought
thing.
it too, but it's a curse, and it's not the type of curse that requires is it the greater restoration? Like there's super mega like cleric
great restoration.
spell one, because like at least spell that you actually need that for it's always stated. But yeah, no, this apparently is just a standard curse. Fucking hell.
I can bestow a curse. Maybe one will cancel the other out.
So, Darren,
Wait, I thought.
Take your shot.
Wait, did you know what you did?
Darren,
Hello.
I have one level 3 spell. I used it. I can do remove curse if I didn't use it.
Oh,
Help me!
I
Help me!
my skill set involves killing things. Like I can't.
Esme just starts screaming, "Kill me! Kill me!"
I
Ow,
heal
stop
Esme
that.
for the damage.
Fair.
We'll bring you back to
If
Clyde.
I
and
cannot
Travis.
be beautiful, what is the point of life?
Oh,
We'll
stop.
bring you
Oh
to
my
the
God.
clinic. You'll be fine.
I'm dead. This
Like
is
Ball, Pelor, the Shroud are all just sitting around like drinking tea. It's like, fuck, I think we dodged the fucking bullet.
yeah.
They're like, "Oh, we don't want her anymore."
Yeah, whichever one of them ends up with her is like gonna turn around to the other two 6 months like, this was a mistake. You can have her.
They're all
So-
fighting over her, but it's now
Look.
over who has to take her, not who gets her. Like,
Wow.
she's
thanks,
your problem now.
Good to know that my friends think I'm desirable.
Hey, do you want to steal this guy's gold?
It's not technically stealing because nobody owns it.
Now
I
he's
really
dead.
want to do
Now
something about Esme, but I just don't think we can. So yes, let's just loot him.
Oh,
Cool.
usual. Oh, you won't make some kind of Faustian bargain to release me, will you, Coda? But whatever you need to do for yourself.
I'm done with Faustian bargains.
Oh yeah.
That's all.
I'll give you, yeah.
I'll give him a week.
Give me 10
Oh,
minutes
Darren
and,
died.
and the offer of a
Yeah.
fucking shotgun, you'll be grand.
Yeah, Darren's dead.
No.
I mean, we could
We
just
need
take a break now.
thing.
It's like
Fine.
25 past.
Oh yeah,
Could do a
okay.
break now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, I'll put up the image.
Woo.
Cool, I'll be back in about 10 minutes, guys.
You literally turned Esme monstrous.
No, Esme's Nat 1 turned Esme monstrous.
Okay, we're
That was
back.
none of me. The save isn't even that high. That's what makes it fun here. It's like pretty savable, like level 4 onwards. For like, it's just.
You're a monster, Darren. You are a monster.
So everyone has to walk super slow for Esme.
Oh, because she's the half speed, yeah. So it'll take us like 2 days to get back, yeah?
Well,
Oh, wait,
it is.
are we not robbing this man first?
Oh yeah, we gotta rob this man
Yeah,
first.
let's
Yeah,
go and
Darren, let's
rob
rob
this-
this man.
This dead man.
Oh, you guys want to
We want to loot Big Mick
check
and
out
the
the
boys.
loot pot gold?
Yeah.
You want to? Okay, well, the dog essentially got cut up, so you're gonna have to wade through what was left of his, like, canine
No,
companion.
thanks.
Esme
I'm
leaps,
good.
limps behind.
But yeah, you like whoever does the deed, or like how many of you do
I
the
said
deed?
it all
Kind of.
out.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, like, it's a case of you- This is gold, but you guys find it essentially true in of like gold, jewels, golden drink. It's, you know, essentially it converts into like 800 gold.
Nice.
That kind of thing. So I believe that's 200 each.
How do we have enough for the masks now?
I think we
Yeah,
we
I
definitely
think we're good.
do.
I now have enough for one.
Yeah, I
I've
definitely have
paid
enough for
for
one.
two.
I have enough for one.
And with the 800. So I think we're fine.
I didn't have enough for one before, but with the 200 I have now, I have enough, just barely.
I remind people we have definitely paid for at least two out of the money.
Yeah, that, I was just about to say that
Okay,
too. If no one had said it, like, you guys have definitely put a solid down payment on this. It's definitely bad note keeping on my part, but I'm pretty sure you guys only had like a little bit left. I think you might have to pay for another mask, kind of thing.
Pay for
And
at least one.
yeah,
but
and
potentially two.
yeah, because you guys did pay off a chunk and then assured Rook that, like, hey, when we're leaving, we can pretty much just give you the rest of the money, kind of thing. He was like, well, you've paid off this amount. I believe that you can acquire that smaller amount within the designated time. So you guys definitely have like made a dent in the issue. So you should be fine now. Like even before that, I'm pretty sure you were grand because of the Medusa stuff.
Did we get gold from
Not Medusa stuff.
Yeah.
Did you guys not? Do you guys got gold around that area?
No,
Not,
we didn't loot them
like,
because we thought they could be reanimated.
No, I mean that session, or maybe the session before. You guys definitely got loot from something that I can pay off Rook. I can't remember who said it or what it was, but it have enough.
Well, I
That's
haven't
not an issue.
updated my gold count, so I didn't note it down anyway.
Maybe you're just making it.
Maybe I just fucked up.
Oh, Bones paid us for things.
Oh yeah,
That's what it
he
was.
200 gold over
That's-
Esme's next body.
Oh, I wasn't there for that. I was in prison. Yeah, I wasn't there for that. That's why I never
Oh,
got any
yeah.
gold from that.
So what time of day is it? Oh, you said it was nighttime. And then
Yeah,
if
when you
it's
guys
gone
arrived, it's a case of you guys spied the cave around like midnight. Like it was kind of like you guys made perfect tracks, so it was like midnight to the number.
Do people want to rest here or what?
Yes.
Well, I don't think we can walk back with her like this.
I am cool
Alright.
resting here.
Like what? Like what?
I mean, you just look a little tired.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's not that
Kind of.
noticeable. It's fine.
This is what
I give her my mirror.
No.
The mirror! Give me the mirror! She just starts screaming. Why?
I'm beautiful at last. Oh, wait, Esme went full Michelle Pfeiffer in fucking stuff.
What?
Is Michelle Pfeiffer not? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
No,
one
I
with
know
Stardust.
exactly what
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
talking about. Oh my god, yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer as Esme is a good face claim, but I'm
Yeah.
biased because I have like such a big crush on Michelle Pfeiffer.
It is a
Besides the
good
point.
call.
It's definitely like, can we cast Michelle in this? No, well, guess what? We're rewriting it.
Wait, is it Michelle Pfeiffer in Stardust? I'm not sure. It is.
I believe so. The witch lady is not.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Robert De Niro is the best pirate
He
ever.
was so
Yeah.
good.
That's
Captain
that's
Shakespeare.
like that's a game and novel, isn't it? Stardust.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
it's
Yeah.
Neil Gaiman.
Yeah, I need to read it. I need to read more of his stuff.
The book is different, but it's still good.
That's what I was meant to say.
But it's a good
I
movie.
brought my little brother into the Arklow library there. It got like basically done up because before that our library was literally like 1940s style. Like it was awful. But they have all of the hardback like custom like it looks like lino printing. I don't know what the actual like art or who the artist is. But they have all the Terry Pratchett Discworld collection novels.
Oh, those are so
Like,
good.
so-
Yeah, I have
So
one of
so
those.
it's just like, you know, just the City Watch, just Death's books, and I needed a proof of address to make an account and realised little brother's card was like a kid, so he couldn't take them out.
Oh, right.
So I have to go back in on Saturday, and I'm getting all the City Watch and all of the Death books.
Oh, that's
There's
so
because
good.
I've only read the Colours of Magic, and it was like I liked it as a series, but it's still good. It's like that's fine, but like my friend was like, just read City Watch series.
Darren,
Complicated.
You're going to love the City Watch book so much.
I do because I've seen out of context go funny, and I'm like, oh, I can't, and they just have it there, and I'm like, so that's reserved, and I can't wait to get it on Saturday. I'm excited. But sorry, yes, that was a tangent. We're resting.
Resting.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty.
Do you know what's also a tangent? Terry Pratchett had a hard drive with 10 unfinished novels on it, and in his will, he stipulated that it get crushed with a steamroller, and that happened today.
Yeah, I saw the
Oh
pictures.
my god!
They
Yeah,
destroyed it. I'm so glad they actually did it though. Like, I'm so glad they followed his wishes.
I love, like, because again, like, up until I only started reading Pratchett after he died, which was a shame because like I was like, oh, I should read that, and then I did that, you know, the QWERTY like random T-shirt thing, and I got an Unseen University one, and I was like, it's such a nice design, but I was like, oh, I don't want to be called a fake fan, so I was like, you know what, it's Pratchett. I've heard he's like, yeah, like it was literally like Reddit loved it, so I was like, and now I can totally call myself a fan. But the more I read about Terry Pratchett, the more he's just a great person. He seems like such a nice guy, like an angry guy.
Yeah, that's the point. Anyways.
Yeah, so we're resting. We're in a big pile in this cave.
Darren.
Yes'ms.
What's the sky like outside?
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy, don't.
The sky?
What's
the moon status, Darren?
I believe I was told previously.
Oh yeah, no, it's a full cycle.
Oh, good.
Oh boy, none of us in character know that she's a werewolf, yeah?
Well, like, no one knows because she's not a werewolf.
Well, does Esme even know? Like, does she know that she has?
Well, like, hold on, but no one, like, Esme's not a werewolf. What are you talking about?
Esme is a person with lycanthropy.
No, I don't know what you were talking about.
Esme, if we're resting before we go down this rabbit hole,
the
charisma save, please.
No, thank you.
No, it's a case of you are allowed now to kind of like shrug off this Fomorian curse.
Oh.
Congratulations! By the skin of your teeth, you push it off overnight. Not overnight. So this is how we're gonna do it.
The slime just evaporates off her body. You know what? Will I do it in 4 hours? Because I'm an Eladrin and I have the fucking Fey trance thing.
Technically, yeah, I guess if that's your long rest. But can I have a wisdom save as well?
Oh, fuck it. Hey, guys, do you think my wisdom save is any different from my charisma? Because you're wrong. But I did better.
Hey, look at you. Right, so it's a case of like you notice that the curse or the what's the word?
Deformity?
Yeah, that's the one. I was like, what was the word they use in the book? Yeah, but you notice that it go because you woke with a settling like roar from your stomach, like you feel it in your belly, and like your hands kind of like from first person view, your hands kind of up in the air, and you're like, and you see like the deformity like reverting, and you're like, yay! And then you see like your hand starts to get a bit hairy, and and everyone else is startled by the howl of a wolf. But Esme, you resisted the last and final, that kind of like, you know, will change to chaotic evil kind of thing. And it's essentially like you're kind of like feeling this new like animalistic, like primal senses. Like you can smell really, you can, like the room is overbearing with the smell, basically the battle from last kind of thing, well, like a couple hours ago. But everyone else is startled and woken by a wolf's howl, and where it was, you now see essentially like a hunched over furry werewolf form individual. But thankfully she's not ranting and raving and like screeching in the night. She has her wit about her.
Is there any like indication on her physically that it is Esme? Like, does she still have any clothes on her, or is she just like a big old hairy werewolf?
You know, it doesn't actually state in the book if it's a case of if it's like Skyrim where it kind of morphs into you, or if it's like traditional where everything rips and is destroyed. But I'm gonna say it morphs into them because it's just fucking eeasier.
Yeah.
Also,
but it's a case of like it's also a case of this thing.
Yeah, I also did just get that hammer.
Yeah, geez, yeah, like I don't want to be that guy where it's like, actually, Esme, the armor you worked your literal ass off is gone now.
Yeah.
No, it's a case of this individual is. Yeah, like, fuck that. Like, this individual is standing on Esme's bedroll, though, kind of thing. Its main.
Putting on lipstick.
Yeah, Bane, like, is a little bit fair. What color is Esme's eyes?
I don't know, blue probably.
Well, this being's eyes are blue, probably.
Blue probably.
That
Guys,
kind of
I
thing.
really-
Like, so yeah, guys.
I mean,
There's
can
like
I
a
use common
literal.
sense to go like, there's no blood, there's no body. Esme hasn't been like killed and replaced by this thing.
And we know she got bitten.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is it like, oh, do I have to roll for that? Or can I just use common sense?
yeah, no, give me an in check.
Yeah, what's
Oh.
common sense,
Checks
Mom?
are common sense. Yeah, Coda connects the dots.
Nobody attack it.
What?
That's
How
Esme.
Why?
are you feeling?
Because it's Esme.
Can she talk in this form?
Can
Can
I?
she?
Please. I hope so. If not, Esme just starts growling.
Yeah, you can speak in human hybrid form, but not in wolf form.
Oh, so
But you
it's
can-
free form.
But you can
Okay.
understand whatever languages you know in wolf form.
So this is hybrid form she's in.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
geez, we're not
like-
doing fucking the Wolf Among Us levels of like it's a werewolf, like the giant wolf. It's like, come on, man.
But
for
she can
fuck's
do giant wolf, right? Like that's the thing she can do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like she can choose. Yeah, she can choose to go humanoid, which is her standard. Hybrid, which is the fucking silent movie era Wolfman,
Mm.
and an actual wolf.
Guys, I don't know what you're talking about. I feel fine. Just starts scratching behind her ears.
My senses are clear. Like,
Smells like, oh yeah, dead bodies, and also someone I know. No, it's just another. It's just a dog. This is weird. How are you?
I hold the mirror up to her again.
Ah! Who keeps doing this to me?
I hold up the mirror again.
Listen. Listen, Coda. Things I don't ask for. Your honesty, because you haven't given it to me before. So screw off. So, I'm a werewolf. Hey,
Right?
Rizbit.
You don't want to rip anything apart.
Yes.
Well, I mean, probably. Esme just gets really close to Rizbit. He's like, Rizbit, I'm gonna ask you to do something.
Oh no.
I'm gonna ask you to rub my tummy.
No.
So cute.
Why not?
If I asked you to rub my tummy, would you rub my tummy?
Maybe. How is our love going to sustain all of these things if you're unwilling to even just rub my belly when I turn into a werewolf, huh?
I poke Esme's belly.
That's not. Yeah. And this is how Esme justifies never sleeping with Rizbit. Now,
Wow.
if you can't handle me at my werewolf, you don't deserve me at my best.
I'm gonna slap you.
How dare you? No, but yeah, Esme is just kind of, having fun.
Did you know this was
Being
going
a
to
dog.
happen?
What?
Did you know this was going to happen?
I mean, I guessed, to be fair.
So morning might have been nice. Well, no, it doesn't matter. It's fine.
There's lots of things that you could get warned about.
Well, you seem
I
to have
thought-
this under control anyway. It's not a problem, right?
Well, it's not a problem for me. For someone else, who knows?
I mean, the other one seemed a bit rabid. You seem normal. You seem like yourself, other than the... And he just gestures to, like, her entire body.
I would take issue with that if I were not, in fact, a wolf.
Rightly so, but you are in fact a wolf.
Isn't that weird? The weirdest things
Pretty
happen
weird.
on this adventure.
Do you want to
Like-
find
Yeah.
a cure for this?
I'm not a fan.
You're not a fan of me being a dog.
I'm not a fan of all of this weird shit in general.
Yeah.
I mean, it mostly
You
seems
never
to happen
get
to
this
you.
out in... You know what, guys? I hate to say it, right? But you'd never get this in Uria.
No, you might get the plague though.
Yeah, but that's not this.
Hmm.
I think we should all have gone to stay in Uria. Yeah, I agree, disembodied voice. But no.
I mean, you could all have the plague by now if you're in your.
This is true.
Yeah, no, yeah, whatever, other disembodied voice.
Well, look, if you want to deal with this, I'm fairly sure Alexander can make a potion.
Oh, that would be boring, honestly.
Well, if it's not bothering you.
Things really don't bother me. I
Apparently
don't really,
not.
really don't mind. Okay, just 2 seconds, guys. What happened? Esme basically just like goes outside in her half wolf form, and then just starts howling really, really, really loud.
What are you doing?
She just comes in and she's laughing. It's like, I just wanted to try it out. I'm a literal werewolf, guys.
Okay, if anything
That's why I'm
comes
strong.
along because they heard that, you get to kill it. I'm not doing any more work tonight.
Esme turns to Rispin and just says, like, oh yeah, remember that weird axe that we got?
Sorry, what?
Remember the weird axe that we got?
Yes.
It's gone now. It's been destroyed.
That's good. That was my plan for it, so it's good.
Yeah, apparently I was wrong to trust the axe, so I wish someone had told me.
It doesn't surprise me, and I tried to.
We all tried to.
No, listen, guys.
Repeatedly.
You need to be stronger.
Strongly.
You
We
need to
did.
be-
We were quite strong.
You need to be like Isadora. Isadora is really strong, and
Isadora
she just
was
doesn't
strong.
take
She
no for
told
an
you not
answer.
to trust. We all did.
Well, no, Isadora was busy, like, being really angry about that man existing, really.
This
Yeah.
is true.
Not a fan. Oh, why you
Not
remind me
wrong.
exists? Now I'm mad again.
I've ruined her evening.
Oh no, it was already ruined.
I mean, that fight went quite well. Or do you mean the wolf thing?
Yeah, I got woken up. I was asleep.
Still,
I'm sorry.
this looks better than the melting you were doing earlier.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, it's an improvement.
Wait, we're
Guys,
here in the
Esme's
Hall of the
back.
Mountain King. No, don't look at that painting.
What did you say? Yes, yes,
no,
Darren,
no,
yes.
no,
Esme remembers the
No,
painting. She will take it out of
no,
her.
no.
Oh no, it got left in the house. Because it
No,
got
it-
left with like. Oh no, we didn't go back.
No.
Esme,
No.
what does it say, Darren? Does it say blood for
Wait,
the
are
blood?
you just opening the painting that he told us not to look at night?
Of course.
Like immediately,
She
without
is.
consulting,
Of
without
course
thinking.
she is.
Of
Esme
course.
just starts pawing like a dog through her bag, and then starts whining when she can't undo the clasp.
Esme, what are you looking for?
Eh,
I take Disney's bag from her.
no, it's my bag. I need it. It's got things in it.
I keep the bag for the night.
No, it's my bag. I have things in there. There's snacks. Let me get my snack. Why do you hate me, Risbit?
I hate what you've become. I don't hate you.
Oh, that's nice. at least we're still friends.
Exactly.
That's all I ever wanted. Well, no, that also in my bag. Can I have my bag back now, please?
You're not getting your bag back until you're mourning
Your
again.
bag is singing.
My bag is singing. Hold on, wait a minute, guys. My bag, it's singing.
Yes, it's
That's why you're not getting the bag.
no.
Come on, it's singing.
You just finally admitted you were wrong about the axe. Maybe just admit that this is not the best course of action.
I will never admit that because that would be the coward's way out, Coda. That's literally like, oh, let's not investigate the things that happen in our world surrounding us. If you were that much of a coward, you wouldn't be red right now. You'd just be some lowly loser living at home.
I cannot argue with that. And
Yeah, I
it's
know.
very frustrating, but you're completely right.
That's what I do.
But
So,
see,
can
my
I have my
instinct
bag?
is saying open the bag, and my instincts are always wrong, so Just ignore it.
Darren. Can I just hold on to the bag and then teleport away?
I'm fighting an
No.
inner battle of wanting to know what's in there, but also knowing it's not a good thing.
There's no such thing as a good thing. Good things are lies made up by the man.
Not true?
Made up by a bunch of lads.
Absolute lads.
It's very
Then
much
you
not a
hate
good
me.
thing. I'm not giving you back your bag.
This is Big Mick and the boys' tomfoolery.
Have you checked it with your like god powers?
I don't have god powers, and no.
Check it with your god powers.
You check it with yours in the morning.
No, because the whole point is that we were told that we shouldn't look at it at night, which means that we should invariably have to look at it at night. It's just
Esme.
good science, Rizbit.
Esme. You're a dog right now.
I know. That's not my fault.
No,
I
admittedly,
do
this one
find that
isn't.
quite hard. I find that quite hard to believe.
No, this one actually isn't. She was just bitten.
Don't you stand up for her?
Well, no. What I'm saying is this is the exception. Most things she goes into willingly. This one she actually didn't. The other,
I mean, I'm really
everything
happy
ever-
with it. It's really not a problem in any way so far, but equally.
No, this one isn't.
Yeah, out of character. This is actually okay.
Yeah, look, out of character, this is like both in and out of character. This is fine. It's the other shit I'm
She's got-
concerned about.
She's got more strength, guys. That's all
Yeah.
she really needs.
Yeah, exactly.
She's super strong.
Super thick. Super thick.
Alright, well, do you want to go, like, hunting, or are we just going to go back to sleep?
No, fine. I'll just watch like a faithful hound.
I'll give you a treat in the morning.
I mean, you could give me a treat right the hell now and just let me open my goddamn bag, man.
No.
Fine. I will just ignore.
I'm sleeping with that bag like wrapped up in my arms underneath my black sleeping bag.
Okay. So everybody goes back to bed.
Well, Rizbit doesn't get any sleep because Esme just keeps going up to him and just going, ah.
She just turns into a dog and just starts, like, whining at him.
No, I'll do it once
Oh my
and then I
God.
won't.
She's just
'Cause that would
panting
be rude.
over him and just dribbling on him, like,
Ugh.
No, that would be rude.
she's full
And
on.
he'd like it.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
he would also
Not
enjoy
while
it.
she's a dog.
Yeah, no, not.
Rizbit confirmed for you.
Furry, oh my god.
The furry of Rizbit. It's like the Fury, but it's not.
I
because
mean,
he's a
Rizbit's
horrible-
halfway to being a furry. He's already, like, wearing a big pig mask thing.
I don't. Oh god. Anyway,
Boar.
Yeah, boar.
speaking of boring, how are you, Rizbit?
Oh.
Are we in morning now, Darren?
Yeah, me and Izzy are just sleeping somewhere
Can we
else.
please zip through this?
Are we in morning? That's
We're
the
in the
favorite part.
morning.
Rizbit, it is indeed the morning.
I hate you, Darren.
When morning comes, has Esme.
Yeah.
Do I have no control over it?
No, it's a case of like now from this point on you can like, I believe it's an action to do it. But yeah, it's a case of like as an action you can transform into hybrid form.
Esme just starts doing that in front of them. It's like, guys, look, my clothes just like disappear into my body. I don't know where they go. It's just like,
So, I think we should get rid of this painting.
no, you're so fucking dull.
Can I cast detect magic on it?
Yeah.
You did not experience what I experienced last night because of this painting.
Wait, what did you
What
experience?
I had like,
Really weird dream.
I don't know if it was a dream or if it was real, but like hands came out of the bag and started pulling at me.
Are you sure that wasn't me?
And then, no, I'm sure that wasn't you because your hands are not blue.
Wait, Dave is blue. Maybe Dave is in the bag.
I'm not opening the bag to see if Dave's in there. I'd rather burn your
Not
bag.
all blue things are gonna be just great because they're like Dave.
Wait, has the painting stopped making noise?
Yes.
Can I cast detect magic on it?
Yes.
Esme calls Dave on the phone. It's like, Dave, are you in my bag?
1 second, Amy. I'll get you to the school now in a second.
Yeah.
That's because he's getting Dave to answer the phone.
Yeah.
So Rizby, you had a bad dream.
Like, out of character. It was a dream in quotation marks.
Oh,
so
like
it
a
probably
vision.
happened.
Yeah.
It's like a vision.
Yeah, teeny tiny blue hands all came out of the yoke and were like, yeah, like pawing at him, pulling at him.
And like trying to pull him in.
Well, they were more just pulling at him, like not with force, because due to the fact that they're teeny tiny hands.
Mm.
But it's a case of like they were certainly pulling him and in the direction of the bag, but like definitely not to the point where it could have like you know what I mean?
They were just like badgering him, like, open me.
Oh, was it Darren?
Hello?
Was it Danny Rand?
No. sadly, I'll never stoop to the Marvel's writers. Fucking like, just. I'm never gonna make myself sad if I think about that.
So, yeah.
There's not a specific. I guess conjuration, Amy. I'm gonna go with that.
Alright, okay. It's just magic.
Could have
Shit's magic, yo.
He was singing.
She's got magic in it, yo.
Izzy stands up and will like raise her hands like, "Totes magical."
Esme's like, yeah, guys, magic is good. When has magic ever steered us wrong? She says this with a dog face.
I just gestured to all of myself.
Coda, literally, not everything is about you. You need to get a.
You
No one
asked
else
for an
cares that
example
you're. No, yeah, but like no one
of
cares
not
you're
trusting
deep.
strange magical things.
All I'm saying is, you should.
And I am living
Change your
proof
point.
you shouldn't.
Do.
Like, realistically, nothing even happened with the axe. It was more just that God said no. Like, and while I respect all of the members of the party, God has more power.
In regards to like well, for lack of a better term, cashing in this like monster deal, do we have to talk to Alex or what? Because he gave us the contract.
Yeah. It's a case of like, oh yeah, like talk to Alex, he'll like go about it.
Do we need to bring evidence?
Yeah, when you guys were with him for the werewolf quest, like his mark, like or his contract, he did cut off one of their heads and put it in a bag to be like, gotta bring proof. Like I'm pretty sure he literally said that as well. So
Yeah,
you guys would know that you do have to definitely produce some form of like, hey guys, look, I cut off the head of insert like monster here.
Its body's still there, right?
Correct, Mundo.
And it's not. It's not.
Take the head.
No, yeah, it's like it seems to be like the stoneness was kind of like clawing up it, and then when Rizbit finally put it out of its misery, I kind of think it's stopped.
Wait, how big is the head?
Same.
I'd say pretty big. I'd say like the only one who's going to be able to carry it is Rizbit, like due to strength wise.
The eye.
Yeah, the eye.
I want the whole head.
I knew you would.
That's your
Well,
business.
you wanted to make armor of it anyway, so take whatever parts you think might actually be good for that.
I think it's a bit too stony now. It'd probably be too heavy and weigh me down.
Well, you could skin a bit of it. I don't know.
Could live life on the edge, and like let's just wait another night and then open that.
Taryn.
I'm just gonna ask you now not to open that in
How
Alexander's
tough is the
house.
skin on this thing?
maybe-
It's tough, but like you could definitely go about it. It's a case of like you'll have to roll survival, that sort of thing. But due to the fact that you guys Medusa'd it, there probably wouldn't be enough skin to turn it into like. Hold on, let me get the actual arm case of you can definitely make decent armor out of it, but you might not be able to make like fucking like mini plate armor, that kind of.
Well, he wanted lighter armor, didn't he? Anyway.
Oh, yeah,
He
I'm
didn't
already
want
in
to
plate
sink
armor.
into the. He didn't want
Yeah,
to
no,
sink
because
into the swamps.
Rook suggested wearing medium because
Yeah.
heavy armor would be too heavy
So is there enough
for some
to
of the
make
stuff you
medium
gotta
armor?
do. Hold on, I'm just trying to find the thingy.
I can't wait.
Nick, if it's not going to be worth it, I'll leave it
You
alone. I'll
can't
just
wait
take
for
the
what?
head.
I just can't wait to summon.
Essentially, there's enough for you to make like breastplate armor, which is the second highest medium armor due to the stone, the like petrification process.
Would anybody be like benefited by breastplate armor here?
Well, that's the thing. Are you still wearing heavy armor into the thing, even though your man suggested not to, or because that was the original idea? Was that you guys were meant to quest to go here so you could make armor, or at least like edit
you
the
wanted
armor.
lighter armor so you could go into the swamps and not sink and die.
Very true. Do that now.
On the upside, there's actually a benefit for making only because you can't make half plate now, but you can make breastplates. But that means you don't have disadvantage on stealth. Hey.
Can I try and help him?
Oh, sure.
Sorry, not great.
It's
Wait,
okay.
what do
I
we
can
roll?
just buy a piece of it.
You're trained in
Survival in the terms
You wanna help?
like of like skinning. I mean, if you're trained in survival, go for it. There's like
Madre de Dios.
Nope.
We're all
I'll
very
do it.
squeamish.
Esme isn't. Esme gets right up close. Let's see what happens.
oh my god, Ian.
Yeah.
There's no head left.
On the bright side, you have the head. On the downside, you have enough for scaled mail.
Aw,
I'll
that's
just buy a
sad.
breastplate now, like when I get back to town.
Fair,
Oh.
fair.
Way to screw up, Coda.
Well, on that note, do people wish to like, I guess, like begin mosey on home?
Head back,
Yes.
turn in the quest, go do Izzy's thing.
Yeah, so it's a case of like a day and a bit passes, like the adequate amount of time to get back. A day of traveling, you kind of like rest, and then it's the next day, kind of thing. Like you're ready to hand in the quest, and like you guys are woken up by essentially Alex, like kind of like being like, "Hi guys, I'm
So
here."
will we go to his house or to our hovel or what?
See, oh shit, yeah, that's a good point. I'm gonna say, like, it's a case of like time passed. On the way home, when you guys actually arrived back in Deadman's Haven, it was in the middle of the night, and Alex was like at your old house, kind of thing. And he's like, "Oh hey, like, essentially, you guys can sleep here tonight, but like, tomorrow night, you guys are effectively like, no longer in this house, that kind of thing." So he's like, "I'll call back in the morning," or actually, he'd probably end up just staying the night then if that's the case with him
Yeah.
and Coda.
We brought you a
yeah.
present.
He's like, "Oh really?"
Risbit.
Esme turns into a werewolf in front of us. It's
Smacker.
me.
Not that. Risbit.
I'd take out the head.
The eye of the beholder.
He's like, fair folks.
Thanks.
If do you want to hand it in, or will I hand it in? Like, essentially, I can just be the middleman and bring you the gold. You guys can get rest, that kind of thing. Like the guy I answer to if Moon isn't there. Like, essentially, if I show up at night, kind of thing, he can do it for me. So if you guys want to get rest, I can just go and do that and come back. If you want, or if you want to like essentially hand it in terms of game mechanics, you can if you want, and I can just like literally go to bed. That's up to you guys.
Can I go with you?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, sure. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, come on, let's go. Let's rock.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Cool. So essentially, you guys like travel as you travel to Moon's Manor. It's the case of like back and forth thing about like fighting techniques. Like, oh, how, like, Alex is like, oh, how'd you bring it down? And like Elizabeth's telling him like, like he's reliving it in great detail how he took it down. And he's like, oh, that's fucking cool. I was fighting this werewolf the other day and I did this, and it's, you guys essentially like have a nice like like mutual fun time due to the fact that you both enjoy like slicing up big monsters, that kind of thing. But he eventually brings you into the manor, and he brings you to like essentially a royal guard looking dude behind a table with like he's got like loads of parchment everywhere. He's like, okay, Rizbit, this cute. He's like, all right, Rizbit, this is Benjamin. He handles like the contracts when Moon is like asleep, essentially. And this guy like is big, huge, stocky, like think the mountain from Game of Thrones, like his brick shithouse kind of thing. And he stands up and he shakes Rizbit's hand and he's like, what contract you handing in, son?
I present the one that Alexander gave us.
He's like, did you just yourself take this down? That's quite the feat.
Oh no, I can't take all that. Like, just I had 3 colleagues that we work with.
Oh,
we took it down together.
That's that's no easy feat. Well done. He's like, the price on this bad boy's head is 1,200 gold. So I guess that's and he's like kind of like goes over to a chest and like takes a couple of minutes counting it and puts it into like essentially he just gives you one giant bag sort of thing. And he's like, there you go. You seem to have a knack for this. If you guys ever need like I guess work like this kind of work, you come see. You ask for Benji. I'll set you up.
Oh yeah, like wow, thanks. Yeah, I like hunting things. I like killing big things. So possibly.
He's like, well, that you could join our troop if you ever wanted to. Like make some money, travel with us on. Like one of these days we're going to sit out and try to tackle a dragon.
I swear to God, if you leave us, Rizbit, I will fucking kill you.
Okay. Like, if you're going after a dragon, you gotta find me and let me know. Because that's the only thing I've seen bigger than a giant.
He laughs, like essentially all 3 of you laugh, and he's like, I will, don't you worry.
You have a good laugh about it.
It's like, we are killing things.
I give 200 of the gold to Alexander. As like
and he's like,
contract.
He's like, you don't have to if it's cool, man. Like so I appreciate this sentiment. I guess that's right.
Yeah, just the work and like I know you do this a lot and I don't want to be taking stuff away from you if we start taking over work, but like thanks.
Yeah, he's like, no mention, man. It's all for the greater good.
250 each.
Yeah, 250 plus 200.
So yeah,
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so it's 450 each.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys essentially like return to the home again, bonding over like essentially like war stories kind of thing. But yeah, do people sleep? Or like essentially, does anyone have any last minute things they want to do essentially before they go to bed? But to give you like context, it's like 1 a.m. sort of thing. So if it's like shopping, you have to wait. But if anyone has any like pressing things they want to do or needs to sleep,
into room, lock door, look at painting.
Oh, seriously?
Well, guys, what the fuck did you think? You just left me with my bag, like.
I fucking knew it.
I really, I trusted you guys.
Well, we didn't know this was happening.
Coda was too busy trying to take out like cute cute pajamas to wear in front of Alex. And I honestly just pictured Izzy just being like, he is 4. Would you fuck off? He is 40. Darren, he's the awkwardest man ever. Oh, he does an awkward thing. He doesn't do that at all. I was like, he does that. I honestly just pictured Izzy like going and be like, what guys, I'm gonna hit the hay long day, just like face plants like
Yeah, she's like, she's probably gonna look at that painting. Oh
well. Yeah, like as she's curling up into her bed, like pulling the covers up. Sure would be a shame if someone stopped her. Love Izzy.
Coda's definitely gonna realize like 5 minutes too late, and when he goes to like knock on her door, it's already happened.
Stop! Can't come out. I'm naked.
That means I'm coming in.
You stop that.
Esme. When you look at this blank canvas, like as you stare into this blank canvas, the
The canvas
like
stares back at you.
oh yeah, for sure, you feel it looking at you, and like as you stare, the harder you stare, you see like like the world around you starts to kind of darken that kind of. And you see like brushstrokes slowly appear on this thing, and like it looks kind of like a mountain, maybe. Don't know. There's a lot of snow, a lot of ice, and as before you can kind of like figure out, like it's like, oh, what am I looking at? It's like you hear voices like, she's here, oh my god,
Oh
and
my
like
God, they knew it
and
was
as you're like sitting there with like the painting, you like look around and there's like these teeny tiny, like literal tiny, like smaller than you blue figures like running around, like oh my god, like absolutely like in complete chaos because you're sitting in the middle of what looks like a throne room.
Oh, okay. Hi.
And she's like you just see like one with a crown. And it's like, oh my god, she's here, get her, yeah.
What?
And
No,
like there's
don't touch me.
oh yeah, but it's safe to say like you're literally a giant to these things.
Okay.
Like, these things are like tiny creatures. And they're like poking Esme with sticks kind of thing. They're like, how about you, giant?
Hey, hold on. I may be a giant, but I mean no harm. I seek only to rule you. No, hold on. What's going on? Where am I? Who are you people?
I'm the Mountain King. This is my home. What are you doing here?
A mountain king? Ooh. What kind of mountain is it?
It's also worth noting, despite you being a giant, Esme, you're kind of like your head is hitting the roof and you're like kind of like squashed down and into it.
Oh, okay,
like there's not a lot of room for you.
It's Alice in
Yeah, that
Alice
kind of
in
thing.
the
Yeah.
House, yeah. She's just like, well, it's not a very spacious throne room, I must say.
To the left of the like Mountain King, is a equally teeny tiny blue individual with like the widest mustache you've ever seen, and like like that like a pointy chin beard kind of thing just goes to his feet, and he's like, I have a plan, your majesty. And he's like, hey, giant lady.
Yes, that is my royal title.
And he's like, think fast, and he just like throws a piece of glass at Esme that has like some sort of liquid in it, like a thingy, and like it's kind of like smacks Esme in the face and doesn't quite break immediately, and like hits off her shoe, and there's like a puff of like pink magic, and all of a sudden, Esme, you were back in your room, kind of thing.
Oh, hey! So,
And like
minutes later, the team just hear Esme shouting, "Let me back in, tiny blue mountain people!"
I'm knocking on her door like, what was that?
I said I'm naked.
What was that about Blue Mountain people?
Don't you have a boyfriend too?
He's
I don't
out
know.
right now.
Turns over in bed.
She's got a pillow over her ears, like, no.
Tiny blue people.
Well done.
as Coda's like, he's out at the minute, you just hear like a crash in the door, while you hear Alexander's like, the boyfriend is it?
Oh my gosh, that sounds far more sinister than I think. Thrown out of the painting.
Sort of like hesitated as we saw and then go, yeah, and I'll leave. I'll just turn around and go.
Esme like pokes it, and she's like, "Hey, I just wanted to ask some more questions."
Yeah, as this thing's going on, you hear the music getting quieter and quieter, kind of thing.
Oh well.
But like essentially, when Esme is holding this, like you could feel like the magic in the sense that it's kind of vibrating. But like as the music gets quieter, the magic doesn't seem to disappear. It's a case of like Esme has been like essentially locked out for the night.
What awful meanies. Okay, well, Esme goes to bed. She opens the door, werewolf, and she says, "Risbit, if you want to sleep in here, you can. But seriously, I just need someone to scratch my belly. I'm not even kidding. This is not a joke. I need someone to do this."
Risbit just like slowly walks to his room and closes the door.
Guys, can I just say, like, record scratch, fade to black, or fade to black and white, like fucking Prince Lama dude kind of thing walks on the screen and he's like, I like how we're going on a massive quest in a few minutes. Well, like not in a few minutes, but very soon. And I like how Team Morale is just It's like it's gonna be good. Okay, Cusco like walks off screen, sort of thing, and this movie continues playing.
Cool.
What, guys? It's fine.
So no one else wants to look at any like demonic paintings in the night, or
I'm
not
good,
sleep.
actually.
No, I'm okay.
I'm just gonna have a nice quiet night with my boyfriend.
Isadora Tanner, I am shocked. I was fully expecting you to be like, you know what? I'm just gonna call him Satan. Fuck it.
Yeah, Darren, I'm like summoning Circa to call Kabiri back, and I'm gonna be like, hey, can you just fix this?
Are you well?
I'm just
you're
gonna
looking
text Kabiri you up.
Oh, don't ever say that again.
You immediately get a text back that's just like, stop with this white boy shit, leave me alone.
Oh yeah, the demon's annoyed
And
by
then
me.
what? It's like,
And then what?
yeah, no, like Kabiri's like, I'm going to get a shower, leave me alone. And Coda's like, oh really? Winky face. It's like, stop.
What would you be doing if I was there with you?
It's like,
Oh
probably
my
ask you to
God,
leave.
How dare you do this? Like, you can slander me, but don't do this to Coda.
Oh yeah, because Coda's so much better. Coda's is immutable.
He's been very good lately, and I think he deserves some points for that.
I honestly was like, when I just picture Coda's yelling at her, I was like, I've been very good. And Alexander's like, time to be bad, poses and falls off bed, kind of.
Oh.
I just realized we're supposed to be like moving
Yeah.
into like Alexander's house, but we're like about to go on this big thing.
Yeah, I guess we'll move in and leave like the night. Well, I mean, Brisbane has to go get his like armor made. That'll take a few days. So
Yeah,
presumably we have
yeah.
like a couple days here before we leave. Let's go do your thing first.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it's the next day
look,
kind of thing.
Okay, so it's the next morning. What I want to like out of character, what I want to say is there anything else anyone wants to do, like in town right now, or are we going to start getting ready to go to the Red Forest?
I'm ready to go.
I
to the
think
Red
yeah.
Forest.
Once we get like your bits and bobs, I want to do a little bit more inventing. So if we have a few days waiting for Risbit's armor, I'd like to do that.
Yeah,
but it's
okay,
not
so I'm
pressing.
gonna slam it down, like not slam it down, but essentially be like, let's say, right, you know the way we've declared it's the morning, and like same with Amy, being like, right, it's the morning, so hold on. Essentially, today, I'm assuming, Ian, would it be safe to say that you're gonna, like, first thing Risbit does is, like, essentially put in the order kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we're gonna say, like, it's it's a goblin, we're gonna have to tinker it a little bit, like, shape some stuff. You guys have 3 days of downtime. Like, it can literally be like, okay, like, for easy sake, we'll say it's Monday. So this is Monday. So we can just be like, Monday, I do this, this, and this. Cool, it's now Tuesday, I do this and this. That. We don't have to essentially, like, spend 7 hours going like, and now it's Tuesday. Like, obviously, if people want to do things in detail, that's fine. I'm not, like, shying people
And
away
is it,
from
like,
that if
our
people
plan
want
is
to.
like on the night of the third day, like then the morning after that, we're going to the Red Forest.
Yeah, essentially, it's Monday. You have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday morning at 10 a.m. outside Oz's bar. You guys will essentially, that's your rendezvous. And you guys will meet Oz, Rook, Red, and Monkey, that whole shtick. And they're kind of like, oh, hi, high five kind of thing. Are you guys
Cool,
ready?
cool.
Here's your masks.
Okay.
Once
Do
more
we
into
have
the
to,
fray.
let them know beforehand, or do we already have that?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, like, I'm gonna say for Monday, Ian, do you want to roleplay out you ordering, or is it just a case of like you find like a smith, possibly the one Coda recommended,
Oh yeah.
like
go
loot
to
check,
loot
that kind of
check.
thing? Like you'd like essentially to the point where like if you order from there, you might get a discount, that kind of thing. Would it be safe to say, like, do you want to roleplay it out, or is it a case of like that's what Risbit does, like they banter and kind of moving on, that sort of thing? It's your call, buddy.
It's pretty much just what Risbit does and banter. He
Yeah,
would like
yeah,
to
that's
check
fair.
out, though. He's not going to take me. He'd like to check out like other contracts that are available.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's cool. Right. So like, first things first, you put in an order for the breastplate armor. It's normally 400, but like I'm assuming to like, I guess,
I'd go
cash
with him, yeah.
in the discount. Yeah. Coda accompany you. You guys have a nice chat. You know that like Luchek is the one who essentially let Coda work there. And while he was like originally back, like when we were level
When he
one,
was
kind of his like
penniless
origin
and
story kind of thing.
shitty.
When he first ran away, kind of thing. And that's like Luchek and him kind of have this like like nice bond, and kind of like what I mean. It's a nice, and like Luchek is like warm when she sees Coda there. She's like obviously is kind of changes a little bit. That even though she doesn't speak much directly to Risbit, like not that she ignores him, but it's a case of when she talks to Risbet, it's kind of like short and to the point. You want this, you want that kind of thing. But like she kind of opens up a smidge around Coda kind of thing, and you can see like she's just generally warm and nice and welcoming, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's normally 400. She charges you 300 gold for this piece of armor. Normally,
Awesome.
it's going to be like kind of like a little custom tailored kind of thing to be like every piece of armor is unique, that kind of thing.
Thank you very much. That's greatly appreciated.
Yeah, no, she's just like, yeah, it's all good and good. And you want to look for contracts that you could potentially go for, I'm assuming, when you come back from a thingamajigger?
Darren,
It's
I'm
more
I'm
like-
gonna stay at Luchek's forge. Just when he's leaving, I'm gonna stay there and I'm gonna work for a while at her forge.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's all.
Just it
GG,
makes
cool.
sense to me to just stay there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, it's a case of we'll queue it up. So I'll
Oh yeah.
give
Go ahead, Risbet
Risbet
first.
that, and then we can do the rolls.
Like,
Okay, sorry.
for me, it's more like he just wants to see what there is, so you don't really have to roll through it out if you just want to send me like a list at a further time.
Oh yeah, no. I'll tell you guys now. There is talk of a swamp a little bit further. It's kind of near the roads. It's kind of near the main roads, to the point where like if someone got lost or kind of like, hey, maybe this is a shortcut, they'd find it. It's a swamp, but apparently it's been infested with a shambling mound that's quite nasty and quite aggressive. Sometimes like the forest, they kind of like are content with the swamp and forest seem to be content with animals. It's just like that's the way nature. But lately there's been reports of this thing like seems to be like actively hunting humanoids kind of thing. Like people have like straight up fled from this thing. It's following quite a while. And there's also talk of an ancient crypt where I've noticed, I think it's Shield Guardians, like animated armor, has apparently just came back like online in quotation marks, that kind of thing, like have kind of came back to life out of nowhere. And this ancient crypt kind of thing, the rocks around it are kind of glowing, and the forest walkers are like this, no, we've been there, that shit was all like essentially deactivated, for lack of a better term, and all of a sudden it's back up. Why is that? Call to adventurers to defeat the Shield Guardians and figure out what the heck, that kind of thing. So they're kind of the two glaring ones. Essentially they're the two that are like level appropriate for you guys. There's other ones where it's like, there's an evil pack of wolves, I'll pay you 10 gold, that kind of thing.
Yeah, cool. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. So okay, Coda, so you want to spend the day, yeah?
Well, I mean, I'm just as much time as I can over the 3 days. Like, I'll just do the rolls now, just so I don't have to come back. I'll do 2 rolls today and 2 rolls tomorrow. I just want to get them out of the way.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I have.
Bang them in, bud.
Sorry, I was trying to check. I had a progress sheet on my inventions. Where's it gone? So I need.
And while Coda's doing that, kind of like periodically going there to work, what's Amy? You want to go visit Morrison? Bring the crew? Is it essentially to visit Morrison, or do you yourself?
I want to do that. Like on Wednesday evening, the night before we go, I want to visit.
Yes.
Oh.
Cool. All right. That's fine. Esme,
So people can do everything else they need first.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's
What
perfect
time on
sense.
Wednesday evening?
What?
What time on Wednesday
are we
evening?
leaving? We're leaving.
No. What time on Wednesday evening do you want to do this? Because I also
Just
have
move-
plans for
Coda.
Wednesday evening.
Just in the evening.
Cool.
Coda, move your thing to Tuesday if it's off. But while you're rolling and stuff, is there anything specific you wish to do?
She'll check in with Roland if he's around, and if he's not around, then she won't worry too much about it.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Yeah, we can say on Tuesday evening or something, like you kind of like duck your head into the saloon, and you spy him in the back, kind of like having a nice pint, kind of thing. Like, yeah, we can get to that in 2 seconds. Let me see these rolls first.
My rolls?
Yeah, buddy.
How many do I get for the 3 days?
I'm gonna say, since you guys are kind of like against essentially socializing as well as like moving into Alex's Geff, I'm gonna say you get a total of 6. So 2 per day.
Shit. Wah. I needed 9 more for the thing I wanted. I just wanted to finish the crossbow commission.
I
mean,
I'll do
you
what I
could-
can.
Go for it, buddy. Giving him 6 rolls.
I forgot I get advantage, sorry. Well, I'm gonna. I rolled that so wrong.
Well, like a 21 is a success, so that's the first like batch essentially out of the 2 rolls. Yeah, 21's good.
That
Ooh,
counts for 2,
crit.
right? So that is 1, 2,
Yep.
3, 4, 5 successes and 4 rolls. Does a 10 succeed or fail?
Yeah, no, yeah, you're right.
That's my 6 rolls, right? So that is
Yep.
7 successes. I have 2 more checks.
Correct, Amundo.
That's so annoying.
All right. So yeah, that's a case of that's like going back and forth. Right. So we're gonna say you guys move in. See, it's a case of like a cutscene kind of thing. You guys move into Alex's mansion. I'm not sure if I've told everyone what it looks like, but essentially it's like a large estate. Clearly the grounds have not been kept. It's like been abandoned for years, like maybe even centuries. Mother Nature's kind of taken it back. Vines are everywhere. One of the side walls, like the west wing kind of thing, is crumbling, but like vines have grown so much that that's actually what's keeping it up and in place. Inside is really extravagant, poorly lit, mainly because essentially the candles are put around for like a single person. Alex only uses like this room, that room, and that room. That's it, kind of thing. He's got a routine. But like obviously when you guys move in, it's nice. But like the entranceway is extravagant and large and like nice marble flooring. Yes, he essentially from the get go he shows you the whispering. So essentially when the lights are off in the entrance hall, you guys can hear like essentially pitter patter whispering. It's kind of hard to determine what they're saying, but like they seem fine. No, like no one's attacked, that kind of thing. He's got a nice what's the word, like sitting room, like there's books everywhere, tables. I can't, not an office, study. There we go. That's the one. The big, massive fire. Fire that connects all the rooms. You all got a room each, double bed kind of thing, a wardrobe. It's like it's a nice estate. It's like a nice building. You guys are like comfy. Like he's clearly went out and got new sheets for the bed kind of thing. That sort of thing. Yeah, like it's like everyone's got a double bed. Wardrobe. Essentially, you're taken care of in the bedroom. You've got like vanity mirrors, the whole shebang. A lot of it does kind of look new, possibly hinting that he might have actually got it all for you guys moving in. Because to my knowledge, Coda actually hasn't seen much of the house, bar the study
workshop,
and the
the
workshops
study. That's about
and
it.
the hallways. Yeah,
the
hallways,
hallway
because
where
I know
he
you
was
kind of like
bleeding to death.
yeah. So like again, like it's not a case of like Coda can like vouch, but like a lot of the stuff that's there looks a hell of a lot newer than the everything else. And yeah, he essentially shows you this long hallway that has a bust at the end of it. It's the only bust, so it's like really well hidden. He like essentially throws open the head and pulls a lever kind of thing, and a door open, and he brings you downstairs, and he brings you to this colossal workshop. Like it's almost laid out that it was planned to be upgraded in. But he's kind of got like an alchemy lab sort of set up, a little bit of a tinkerer's to like engineering kind of like Coda could do a bit of engineering and blacksmithing here, not a lot because it's not necessarily a forge, but he's clearly got like armor racks and like weapons and stuff, and a training area with dummies, and he seems to have kind of kept everything to the one section of the room, and there's an entire like massive opening that he's like, yeah, if any of you guys are into the arcane or like want to set up summoning circles or portals or whatever, like you guys are welcome to, like this is your house, go wild. Obviously if you want to like move some of my stuff, just let me know beforehand, but yeah, go nuts. Like he shows you around, there's like a training area for like pretty much the majority of the weapons essentially, so like I know that's a thing people can do in downtime is train, that sort of thing. There's certain armors, certain of them are wounded, and there's books everywhere. Like clearly like he spends most of his time here kind of thing. Like it's very much like a prep for fights kind of thing. Like you see old contracts like littered around the place, and like massive like essentially bestiaries and like monster manuals. With like bookmarks in them to be like, this is where the goblins are, I have to go kill them later, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's like he definitely spends a lot of time down here to the point where you can actually see like bedrolls, and you reckon he might even sleep down here at times, that sort of thing. Everything else like the kitchen and stuff is kind of relatively stocked. Like again, it's the only thing that's kind of slipped up is that there doesn't be that much food for like a group of people, but he's like, oh yeah, no, I in the rush I didn't get to like essentially restock food, so I'll go out and get that in the morning kind of thing. Yeah, and it's pretty much like the TLDR of it is that like you guys can set up. Well, like it's essentially the prompt is you guys would know that there's enough space to set up a teleporter circle like the one you have in Cath and the Baron's Gaff. And
Do we
on
have
top of
the
that,
means to do that?
yeah, you still have all the components and the crystals. You have enough to set up
then
several.
I'll spend time to do that.
Yeah, cool. Cool. Okay, so that'll trigger the thing. That'll trigger a cutscene. So when yeah, and it's essentially a case of like Alex over dinner one of the nights, like just kind of like everyone sitting around eating food kind of thing. He's like, oh yeah, like I have like a nice vast sum, but I've never bothered to do up the home kind of thing because like why would I? It's only like the means for one person sort of thing. He's like, now there's more of you. Like he's like, I can talk to a guy who knows a guy, and we can like essentially set up how like building this place up to be like whatever you guys need sort of thing, or I need that kind of thing. Like we can make it into like a real, I don't know, not base of operations because that sounds stupid, but like you know what I mean, like a. And it, like essentially like the fucking goddamn it lads, it's the Xavier mansion. You can turn it into that. That sort of thing. Like just like I was like, no way to fucking. You know what? You can just upgrade it. You can just upgrade the gaff to have several things. In the idea that like it'll take some time. It's like Darren needs time to come up with an upgrade list. But yeah, it's a case of like it's like the Barons. The Barons is the same thing. Essentially, when you guys this teleporter circle up the network, as I keep referring to it in my notes, you guys will be allowed to essentially like upgrade your areas, your home bases, and like they'll come with perks, which is loads of shit I will get into at the appropriate time, which is not now. But yeah, rest assured that's a thing. Like essentially traveling merchants that can sell like trinkets and stuff, that sort of thing. Like not trinket, like literal trinkets, but also like magic item trinkets kind of thing. Think the Hamlet from Darkest Dungeon, when you played that, or Firelink Shrine from the Dark Souls series. Like that sort of thing.
I want that Darkest Dungeon Hamlet aesthetic. I mean, this is all very gothic, so we can do it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of more like existential dread and horror all the time, so I don't want that, but I want that aesthetic.
But yeah, it's that case. So when Isadora sets up the teleporter, I'm gonna say everyone's there because it's a case of like, hey, can you guys do that side when I'm doing this? It'll speed the process.
Yeah, so we want to be on for the grand turning on.
Yeah. It's like if everyone pulls their weight, it'll only take 3 minutes to clean up, guys. Come on. But literally, as the teleporter's opening, like it's a case of it's you don't know why, but you just know if you concentrate, you can essentially switch where you go. Like you kind of like swipe left and it's Cat's house. You can direct it kind of. But when you switch it over to the Barons, you kind of hear like across time and space. You're like, what the devil is that? And like the Baron essentially walks through and like, oh hello, good day. Where are we? Oh, this is big. This is new. Is this mine?
No. This is Deadman's Well, Deadman's Haven is like an hour away. But
like, oh, I never get a chance to get out in the country.
But yeah, we're just sort of making connections. This is Alex. I didn't ask him permission before doing this, but he kind of gave us free reign, so it's his fault.
He's like, I mean, that's fair. You know, it's like not every day you know, individuals merge teleportation circles. That's cool. Okay, well. Well,
wait, is this cool with you? Because it's a little late now.
He's like, yeah, and if it's all means to like our glorified end, I'm cool. Like, you know, I've seen it all. He's like, Esme, have you grown your hair out?
It's like, no, I got these new dentures, and she just like puts up her like massive dog teeth.
He's like, well, that's nice. Well, you kids enjoy your weird sex dungeon thing. I'm going to go for a run.
Okay.
Oh, sex dungeon.
Bye.
You know, Coda has to be like, it's not that at all.
I swear.
Actually, Baron, I'll have you know, if you looked at it, it is a laboratory.
He's gone.
Okay, Coda.
Yeah, and like the wide portal kind of becomes like that slit of light that you guys know. It's like it's operational, but you just need to concentrate on where you need to go. So yeah, guys, congratulations. You've essentially like added a new location to the network.
Woo!
I feel so connected now.
New teleports.
Woo.
Yeah, so that's that. Yeah, Alex is chill, but he's like, oh, okay, well, we've already pissed off a lich.
This might as well
kind of thing.
happen.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? It's like we added a teleporter to your house. Like, bitch, what the fuck? It's just whoa.
He's just like slowly getting used to like all of this.
I feel
It's
like he's
being
seen
the
it all.
farmers.
He's 3,000 years old. He has to have seen weirder shit than this.
Mm,
Well,
I don't know.
maybe not. Maybe he had a very normal
3,000 years of
3,000-year-old vampire.
upper class like vampirism.
He's seen some freaky shit, definitely.
Upper class vampire.
Upper class vampirism.
Everything
Only
I've
the
always,
commoners.
hated.
Only the commoners use portals. Ah. So cool. That's that. What was the next on the list? Because I've.
Morrison?
It's say it again. Sorry, Laura. You were very low.
Morrison. Right?
No, Morrison's the last on the list because you want to do your thing. Oh wait, shit. Yo, sorry. We'll go Roland, you, then Morrison. Is that cool with people?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So,
The
Esme,
round
you.
stuff doesn't- Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, sorry.
It's basically just the round stuff doesn't need to be huge. It's literally just checking in with him. But yeah, I'll talk to Ro.
Yeah, no, yeah. Roland sits you down and he's like, "Oh, what do I owe the pleasure, Miss Nilo?"
I am checking in. Have you heard from like, your brothers and the gang?
He's like, "Oh, I have. Have you heard? There's apparently a plague in the old hometown."
Heard that they're blaming the people who are just trying to make the best
Basic
of
rights.
life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a weird one. Any idea as to where that's going? What that's about? Buddy?
I haven't received anything in the last few days, but I know they were looking into it within reason. They were like, it's
Yeah, of course.
if the plague is obviously legitimate. It's just a case of where it came from. Is probably not. So they have to like dance between that, the watch, the upgraded watch, the hand, or whatever you want to call it, the fucking towers. Now that ICM thing is walking around now, and it's all like how can I assist you? It's he looks horrified. He's like, and he's like, so yeah, I think progress is slower than usual, but it's just because the variables are just getting worse and worse. But yeah, I don't know who started it. I'd like to know who, but apparently it is indeed legitimate. So people are just trying their best not to catch it at this phase.
If you are talking to, I'm trying to remember, Darren, is Richmond the one that was in the guild, or was that
Yeah,
Ray?
no, Richmond was the first one. Yeah, Richmond was the first one.
Esme basically just said, Esme basically just says that Ray should have notes from when we faced something similar when we were in a Shaylin. I'm not saying it's the same thing. If anything, I think it's probably I'd say it's the same people doing something different.
Yeah, I get you.
We're having a look at. That's. Hey guys, payoff. This is exactly why Esme gave him the note. But she just says it's like, so I don't know, just another place to look. I'm sure he's already considered it. He's doing his walking the world and whatnot. Yeah, she's deferential. She's cleaned herself up a bit. Like, she's definitely still gone a bit feral since she came here.
She's
Can't
trimmed
wait
the
to get
nose
back.
hairs.
No, but like, I just really can't wait for her to get
I honestly picture her feralness is that her ponytail is just not as on point. It's a bit looser, bits are hanging out of it.
Hairs.
It's kind of just done with chopsticks. Those really super fast, just throw it up, throw pencils in there kind of thing. So that's honestly all I like. It's just it's not as neat. Yeah, there's the word neat. That's the one.
Yeah, I like both sides of it. I really like the idea where it's just no, it's not. It's it's literally a hair out of place. But I equally like the other side of it where it's just she's not dirty, but she looks like she should be dirty.
She's not dirty, but she's not clean.
Yeah, that's exactly it though. No, but she's
messy.
She just says what have you been?
She's nasty. Looks at the camera.
Dun, dun, dun. She gives him a quick rundown of the things that she's been at. Not really glossing over things, but presenting them in a way that isn't her usual over the top extravagant. She doesn't mention the painting, but she basically gives him the rundown of what she's been doing in the town and how she's worked with bones and stuff like that. Again, giving a report, not a like.
Just like, hey, here's this. Yeah, what's the sitch? That kind of thing.
And she just asks him, "Is there anything you need me to do, or is there anything I should be made aware of, and what stuff like that?" And I will put it out there that obviously that is something like you can have time to give me on if you do want to give me something. If fine.
Yeah, no, he's like, at the minute I'm literally just waiting to hear back. I'm not sure where to go after this. I might have a look at a few of the more like neighboring towns kind of thing, just get my beak wet in the information game kind of thing. But at the minute I'm just literally just anxious and waiting to hear back from Ray and stuff to make sure that like they're safe and they're going about things in a safe way. I know they've said, but like I've been like essentially just kind of like, when I get the next mail I'll know, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and Esme basically just puts it out to him that it's she says we're heading down to the Red Forest.
It's kind of like
she basically just says like, I'm sure it's going to be fine. She doesn't believe it at all, but she's like, it'll be fine. But if when I come back,
I believe it will too. Hopefully, well, come back. We'll apparently go there and return at all. So, and anyone can pull it off. It's you, Miss Nilo.
She like nods and she's like, thank you. But she basically just says, when I get back, if you do need help going anywhere, I might be able to convince help. Like, she does not say the statement, I have a port. Like, we know where there's a portal, we can put you there. It's a case of just being like, I can help you when I get back if you do need to get somewhere faster. And that's pretty much.
Yeah, he's like, oh no, yeah, duly noted, kind of.
And she just like, she will finish one more drink with him and then she'll leave and just like,
cool,
catch up.
Yeah.
Bye.
Alright, so Coda. On that day, essentially, Coda, you're up next, but like on that day, Rizbit, you pick up your armor. Is it cool to say it's Wednesday now, guys? Is everyone okay with that call? Yeah, cool. All right, so it's Wednesday. Rizzy, you get your armor. It's inlaid with like really nice carvings, and I'm trying to think. I believe Jack is half orc.
Yeah.
Do goblin and half orcs share like a language, or am I just like is orc?
No, they don't.
Goliath.
A Goliath. Okay, well, essentially, like she inscribes it with like whatever like giant. There we go. Yeah, whatever giant like runes, and like essentially it's like, she explains, it's like, like in my culture these runes are for protection and guidance in battle, that kind of thing. It's all very much like may your enemies die by your hand swiftly kind of thing and all that jazz. It's really extravagant. It's like top notch. Like the smiths in Uri would kind of be like possibly under this person's like skill, that sort of thing.
Awesome, I thank you very much for it.
And you gave it a little bit of the. I'm going to say, just for the sake of it, because I like the idea of it, you kind of mentioned your like Fomorian quest, and she's like made essentially the cape bit out of the little bit that you had. So Rizba kind of has one of those like royal like half capes where it's kind of like it's only half the back into the right arm kind of thing. He's essentially got like one of those like really nice kind of leather cape kind of thing.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
what's the armor class for that?
That was 300 total instead of 400.
Class.
Oh, armor class. It is breastplate. It is 14 plus your dex.
Cool. So 15.
Yeah, nice. Cool. Yeah. So, are you okay with that, Ian?
All good.
Cool. All right, we're gonna shoot over to Coda. Coda, you're doing a thing. I think.
Yeah. So it's now Wednesday, kind of afternoon, evening-y time.
Yeah.
Cool. I want to go find Alexander.
Yeah, you meet him in like essentially like. Well, I'm gonna say you went in with you guys went into town to pick up armor and essentially like restock all your stuff, because like you guys know that Rook would have said like because I'm gonna say, of course, these 3 days we're like, oh, so we're gonna like set off on Thursday if that's cool with you, that kind of thing. So she would have put in the call, and essentially Rook would have been like, oh yeah, bring like, X amount of rations, so I'm going to say everyone's in town. So you kind of know where to find him, and you kind of like meet him in the Doom Saloon, kind of like, oh yeah, I'll probably have a pint and you can meet me there and we can go somewhere, that kind of thing. So you essentially like pick him up at the saloon.
I'm just gonna like walk with him for a while, like maybe back to like where we kind of met, where he was like watching the sunset and stuff when it was all cute.
Oh yes, up by the
By the fort
loot
and stuff,
checks.
yeah.
And off the
We're
road.
just going
Yeah.
for a walk. I'm just gonna say, well, I'm leaving tomorrow for God knows how long. I suppose not a lot of people come back from this place. So
He's like, oh, that's okay, that's fair, but not a lot of people, pick fights with liches, take on Fomorians, take on zombies. So like, you guys seem to kind of like yourself and your friends seem to be well versed in pulling off the impossible. So if anyone can come back out of that place, it's you guys. So I'm not too worried. Why are you worried?
I don't know. We're very brave, very stupid, and very lucky.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're all the same thing if you think about it. But like,
Yes.
Thanks, Angel.
yeah, let's,
She's just there behind us, like,
it's,
thanks.
It's pre vampire, and he's got a really bad Dublin accent.
Oh,
Oh God! Don't make me think about that ever. How dare you?
But no, sorry. Continue. Sorry.
No, I'm not. Well, I don't know what we're gonna face it now. I don't know how long we're gonna be gone for, but I'm not afraid.
Well, he's like, hey, look, that's okay. Look, I got us a little thing, if you don't mind. And he like reaches into his pack and he gives Coda a palm-sized stone with an ear on it.
Oh.
He's like, he hears Esme shudder from behind the tree, and he's like, do you mind? He's like, these are, I'm not sure if you've seen these before, but they're stones of far speech, so like, if you kind of like want to talk or whatever while you're away, we can, do it. I have one, this is your one, they're connected kind of thing, It's here you go.
Thank you. No, this is fantastic. I love it. Thank you.
He's like, oh, I'm glad. And he like takes Coda's hand kind of.
Well, I was worried about missing you, but now I'll be able to talk to you.
Yeah, exactly. See, it's not all bad news.
And if things get really,
And while
really
you guys,
awful, yes, I'll have you to talk.
Yeah, no, I'll run in and save you guys. I know the drill.
Oh no, I'm not expecting you to run to the Red Forest. Just to maybe tell me that I'm not going to die. Just a bit of reassurance.
Okay, I could do that. Well, in between doing that, I'll look into your lich problem. I'll study these shrines. I obviously won't activate anything or do anything silly. I'll be like incredibly careful. But yeah, I think while you guys are off doing that, I suppose I should use my time wisely. So I'm going to put in the he's like, I'm going to put in the hours and like essentially like hopefully when you guys come back, maybe in a few days, in a few weeks, it won't just be a case of I sat on my ass kind of thing.
You've done so much for us
I
already,
want to
you
pull
don't
my
have to.
weight. We've been over this. I'm in it for the long haul, and this lich thing is serious. And obviously, if you're in that pit, then I'm in that pit. You know how this goes.
Well, I'm going to finish up your crossbow before I leave because I do not want you to be unguarded while I'm gone.
It's like, oh, that could work.
It's nearly there. It's just a little more, but I'll work to the night. Well,
He's like, well, you
we're
could
not-
help. We could work in the workshop tonight, and I'll come down and sit with you.
Yes, let's spend tonight together.
Mm.
Not gonna see you for a while.
He's like, I'd like that a lot. Is that okay,
Yeah, I
Laura?
think I'm good. I'm done.
Cool. All right. So, in the last order of business before the final departure, like speech from Rook, is Morrison. Izzy, you still want to go say hi to the man himself?
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring everyone. When I say everyone, I mean Risbet, Esme, and Coda. Nobody else. No offense.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Um,
I know. I had a feeling that was it.
So I bring for sure. Yeah.
I know. I had a feeling that was it.
So I bring the three of them to the building, but before we round the corner to it, I turn around and say to them, I'm going to go talk to him first. Stay here, and I will see if he wants to meet with you. Is that okay?
Of course.
Yes.
Coda?
Yes?
He does a little bit of smithing work on the side, so there is a forge in the building. Don't be a nerd about it. And then she turns around to Neil and walks around the corner.
Thank you for the warning, thank you.
I say it weekly, but I fucking love Isadora, guys. I can't get over this. That's actually okay. You go in and you hear the familiar sweeping sounds, and the towering figure that is Morrison. He's like, Miss Tanner.
Is there anyone else here?
No, it's just you guys.
So it's tomorrow. We're gonna head out, and I said I'd drop in before that, so here I am.
You did. I'm glad you decided to do that. So you've read his journal?
Yeah, as much as we could. It's really gonna help. I feel it in my bones.
He's like, he laughed. He's like, no, that's good. I'm happy. That sounds nice. I'm assuming you had some assistance in reading it.
Yeah, actually, that's the other thing. I mean, unless guys, calm down.
I told you this is what would happen. Like, Izzy could have been like, wow, that's a nice window you've cleaned there. And they'll be like, guys, it's in the window.
My friends are here. Is it okay to introduce you to them?
He stops, sweeping, and he, puts the broom to the side. And he's like, oh, of course, yeah, no, it's... He kind of, fixes his robes kind of thing, and he's like, sure.
Okay. I'll be back in a minute. I promise I'll make them behave. And she goes out to get the others.
I like to imagine that Esme is having a game of slaps with whoever will play with her. But the problem is, Elizabeth's definitely beating the shit out of her.
Yeah, Rich would just take this.
No, they're doing that, knuckle thing, you put the knuckles on the table, and you swing the...
Ow.
Yes.
Okay, you guys can come in. Be nice.
As you round the corner and brought into the building, your noses are hit with the smell of forge, Coda be right at home, but you guys all know the smell. There's pews everywhere, and at the back of the room is an altar, a typical place of worship. Hanging from the top of the altar is a large basically metallic or metal structure that depicts 3 cogs in constantly rotating. You guys would immediately know this to be the sign of the machine god. You saw Carla use it back in the day on her staffy staff. And standing off to the side of you calm down. Standing off to the side is a 7.5-foot warforged in robes.
This is Morrison.
Pleased to meet you.
Everybody.
He kind of goes forward to shake everybody's hand.
Out of character. Is Isadora warforged?
Oh, definitely. No, that's too simple. Okay. That's definitely too simple.
Oh.
I can hear Amy laugh.
Yes, yeah. So can I.
I'm definitely yelling at her and whisper.
Good.
I can feel her.
Esme will also shake this man's hand. Hello, Morrison. Nice to meet you.
I do the same.
I can just hear Amy losing it in the background.
Morrison's like, oh, you are the companions I've heard so much about.
Yes, definitely. I'm sure you heard all of the good and the bad. And, and she just holds up her hand and does the
I swear I'm as bad as she told you.
The wiggly hand.
Yeah. He's nice. So, how did you 2 kids meet?
Well, like I said, I was just wandering one night and he showed me how to read the stars.
with a smile, he's like, "Yes, me and Miss Tanner here have a common interest in stars. A mutual love for them."
Esme holds back every fiber of her being that is just screaming about aliens. Because she feels like it's probably not what this moment is about, but she is screaming about, like, it's literally just like seeing into her head, mind flayers, mind flayers, shard minds, Dave.
Squishy octopus.
Yeah,
people.
she's just being like, I hate this. But Esme is just kind of like, stars, is it? Stars, that's interesting. Why the stars?
He's like, why not? They're beautiful and captivating, and you can learn a lot by studying them.
That's I get it, but what, like, I don't know. Is it rude of me to ask? What have you learned from the start?
It's like, no, of course not. It's like, I find they're very, like, they're good guides. They seem to always shine down when the world's darkest, that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, that's fair. No, I believe that.
I understand you're all departing for this fabled red forest in the morning.
We are supposed to, yeah.
It's like, I pray you all return.
That's very much appreciated. Forgive me, I take it that the religion of, and she points at the three cogs, like, the machine god, I think is the term that we've heard before. I think that's not the sole purview of, like, it's the religion of Warforged. It's not something to do with the mechanists of Uria, is it?
Typically Warforged, but there are those. It is known that there are those who are not like myself, who follow the almighty engine.
Of course, and that is. I wasn't trying to make a sweeping statement or anything, but it's the idea. All I feel I have seen is members of the Hand of Uria wearing it, more worshipping it. But maybe I haven't seen enough. Is this a common thing?
He kind of like rolls his it's like the men of Uria. They're very peculiar. I've had very little dealings with them myself. I've only heard tales from travelers, but all I know is that some claim to worship the machine god, and others seem to outright detest and loathe it. So their ways are a mystery to me as well, and I know the ramblings in that journal are a bit odd and often, warped. But if you guys are, venturing into the Red Forest, I pray that it at least sheds some light on the situation, because it's a puzzle that has baffled me for years.
I appreciate
definitely
having the machine god on our side after what we saw in the Shaylin. It's hard not to have any faith.
It's like, oh, I've heard. Yes.
Internal screaming, but you don't think that about Ball. Esme,
Yes, the machine god helped us quite a bit.
And Carla too, of course.
Oh yes.
What?
He smiles and nods at the mention of Carla.
You know Carla?
I told you that. Why don't you pay attention when I talk to you?
Esme looks directly at Isidore and says, "I'm not lying when I say a lot of the times there are other voices talking to me."
She has other problems.
And I don't mean that in a way that should seem disingenuous. It's like there are literally blue people in that painting, so I'm just gonna leave you with that one.
Okay.
Sorry, I think I did know that, but I also forgot.
Yeah.
So can I one more question from me before we either stop trespassing or whatever. How did you get your hands on the journal? Okay. How did you come across the journal?
oh, it's owner who's named like Darren the DM. Cannot remember this exact moment in time, but I've said it. He gives the name. I'll throw it into the page later. And he's like, oh, he came to me some time ago. A troubled soul. He's told me to keep it hidden, keep it safe, kind of thing, and I abided. We talked for some time, conversed, and he seemed legitimate, so I trusted him, and I did what he said, and I kept it hidden. No one's came looking for it, thankfully, but some of the things Isadora told me seemed to point towards certain ends, and then, and he's like, and the stars said the same, so it seemed only right to kind of like pass the journal on to her, so hopefully she can weave some good out of it.
Forgive me, this
She
might seem like a
definitely
strange
can.
question, but when he came to you, was he a warforged or did he look human?
That's fucking.
No,
He's
as in
a-
human,
witness.
the race, not as in like a
The
person.
witness.
He's like, no, he's human, to the best of my knowledge.
Just in the journal, he speaks about seeing his reflection and metal plates. He speaks of himself as though he's a warforged, and there are pictures of him as a warforged.
He nods and he's like, no, that too concerned me. But again, when I talked to him, he seemed, unless he was under magic, but I have a keen sense to detect such things, and he let off no, he didn't trigger anything, that kind of thing.
Do you think it was just a delusion?
Possibly. He was a very troubled man, and the scrawlings in his journal indicate that like they definitely did something to him, or he got that way as a result, like, gaze.
Did you just accuse the gays of creating war? Why do you sound like Podge and Roach?
Don't know what that is.
Lies. Esme basically just kind of like, Esme's like, okay, my curiosity has been satisfied. Also, it hasn't because of other reasons, but mostly this seems to just kind of have an answer. But equally, she's just kind of like, maybe he was like a seeker, but like, maybe he was like breaking free or something. I don't know.
Or like an early
He's like-
prototype?
Perhaps.
No, Ian,
Good night.
I'll fill you in tomorrow, man. Don't worry about it. I understand. Yeah, we'll be wrapping up very soon. It's just you time it away, essentially. But yeah, I'll fill you in tomorrow. Dude. No hard feelings. It's just all that jazz. It's all good.
Night.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Love
He's
you.
like, love you, Ian. He's like, oh, your guess is as good as mine. I'm genuinely unsure.
Okay.
Perhaps I'll find some answers in this library he spoke of.
He's like, yeah, oh no, that's what I'm hoping for. Like, it's like, if a library was so important to the point that he apparently saw it in dreams, and there's apparently a very complex lock involved, I'd imagine it holds some form of information that's worth protecting.
Well, that sounds fun. I am invested in that.
We're gonna do our best to find out more about him, to even see if he's still safe, and to find out what he left behind.
Yeah, no, that's it. I hope it goes well. I hope there's. I hope you're speedy, and I hope there is no what's the word, complications in your way.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. There's definitely got to be some kind of a fucking application. Because we aren't allowed to have fun, simple adventures. But
No.
I know,
The Fomorian thing was simple until it decided to turn to a...
yeah, the
essentially,
painting
while
is
you guys would notice, like again with like even the most bases of passive perceptions, that while you guys are talking, he is constantly like shifting eyes over to Risbet, like not in a malicious way. He's just kind of like, you can see a curious thing. I'm gonna say like he essentially asks Risbet his name and what he does, kind of thing. I know Ian's just after logging off, and it was a case of I kind of had to wait for it to naturally happen, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, I'll say it to him again, but like it's subject to change, kind of asterisk sort of thing. But yeah, he essentially is like notices something about Risbet that keeps drawing his eye. But like after a while, he kind of like, after he's like, "Oh, who are you?" Risbet's like, "I'm Risbet. I do this. I stab things. I'm the tank." He's like, "Cool," and then he kind of goes back, and he doesn't kind of like keep looking at him, sort of thing. But like originally, you notice that he kind of like
Yeah,
He took an
it's
interest.
yeah.
things, things that I consider this to be likely to be relating to Mars.
Probably related to space.
But yeah, I see.
He's like, I order and jokes.
Oh, for what? Oh yeah, the Order
Yeah,
of the
he
Eye.
knows. Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Did you just come to know of them through the journal, or did you know of them before?
From the journal, yes. And some discussions. And he smiles at Izzy.
How old is this Warforged star? Is he old
he's-
enough to be dating my little girl?
He is 7.5 feet tall, and some of his, like, again, most of it's covered up by his, like, dark blue robes kind of thing. And but yeah, like some of the iron around where his wrinkles would be are kind of like, it's like clearly like iron that hasn't been like swapped out for like new upgrades or anything like that. So he's definitely got some years on him. He's not ancient, but like, he's not a young whippersnapper.
Tell you now, don't think that's young enough now. But yeah, no, that's fine. I feel like is there anything else we need to know?
No, he essentially like, hums like to himself for a couple of seconds, and you guys feel yourself kind of like bestowed with some kind of energy. And he's like, I only hope that your days are long, the nights short, and a speedy there and back.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you very much.
That's much appreciated.
He's like, I have to screenshot that for my own personal reason.
Well,
Thank
Honestly, yeah,
For-
no, he's
you. All of your help. Thank you so much.
Yes, that journal is invaluable.
he nods and he's like, I'm just glad it reached the right hands at the right time.
but it's in a left hand. I'm really excited for Esme to die in the Red Forest. But yeah, like Esme, as like I feel like we're ready to leave, and as Esme is leaving, she's like, "Wait, okay, one last thing.
One more thing.
Did
Right,
you know? As
Columbo?
you did the stars tell you, Izzy was coming, or is she?" And Esme kind of looks at her, and she's just like smiling, and it's literally it is the full statement of this is not ill intent by any means. It's like, did the stars tell you Izzy was coming, or did you know she was coming? Like, did she come as she like? Did it go down the way she's saying it's gone down? Where
Hey.
she met him? I'm sure it was the stars, and she fully believes that. Like,
He like, as you're asking, he like slowly nods, like softly nods, like, and he smiles and he looks at Izzy, and then he kind of like smile kind of widens a bit, almost like it's definitely just under the threshold to be not called a shit-eating grin, and he just looks at Esme and he's like, the universe and its stars work in mysterious ways.
Oh, great.
Esme-
That's gonna dissuade her.
Esme just looks at Isidore and is like, he's right, they do.
He's like, he kind of like again looks at Izzy with the equal like shit-eating grin kind of face, and he's like, oh, we're not one for prophecy, no such things govern these lands.
She crosses her arms and glares at him.
I think this is
It's gone full shit-eating grin now. He's just like,
Oh god, it's another father Warforged. Esme leaves, considers her own father, and then it's just like, no. Dear Elias, you can choke.
oh my god.
Not you can choke. Esme immediately puts on her mask and says, "Let's go."
You haven't got your mask yet.
I mean, she puts on the eagle one.
That's what I was like, the eagle one? Now? Okay.
Please tell me there's a way for me to wear the eagle one and the red forest one. At the same time.
Absolutely not.
That is.
I still don't know
so-
what my mask does. Well, that's for another day.
Let's get out of here.
Just before she leaves, Isidore will pause in the door for him and say, "Hey, pray for us, okay?"
Oh,
Wait, did you say first day?
Pray for us. Yeah?
Yeah. He's like, of course. He nods and smiles.
Bye. And she
It's
leaves.
like, yeah, she's like, stay safe, Miss Tanner.
That is.
Like, guys, full discretion, I honestly heard pray for us okay as not as okay first date, and I was like, wait, what?
No!
Yeah, like, that's what I heard. That's why I was like, what the fuck? It's like out of left field. I was like, excuse me. Like, that's fine. No,
I'm glad Izzy
it's,
has
it's,
a little friend.
it's like
you
fucking
mean
what Neil
a
said
little-
earlier. Like,
What?
you're mild. Instead of your smile direct, I heard you're mild direct.
Yeah.
Ears not working today.
Wild yurts. So yeah,
So Darren, is there
Isadora
like a
is not a snake person because she's too busy
she's
being
a
a
star
warforged.
person. She's a warforged star person.
I swear to God, if she's Dave, I'm
she's
gonna
a
be
space.
so mad.
She's a spaceman. She's just a spacesuit under there. Like she opens up her skin and she's just a
Oh.
spacesuit. She's just
Amy.
a spaceman.
Amy, have you done what Art did? Are you human?
No!
The mind player.
Amy embraced the timey-wimey stuff.
Yeah, she's been playing the
Totes.
longest game.
No, what were you saying? You went to ask me something there, Laura. I think you started something and then you stopped.
No, I thought I was interrupting Neil though. So
Oh, I apologize. Well, is someone asking something, or will we fast forward to essentially like the
I
departure
was
speech?
essentially asking you, was there like a final scene you wanted to do?
Oh yeah, no, it's a case of right. So like that night, like Coda and Alex work in the workshop, and like they really get those tools. They give those tools a good workout. If you literally am getting what I'm putting out there.
No, it's very
It's-
subtle, Darren. It's very hard to pick up.
Oh, it's tasteful. If I'm anything, I'm a man of subtleness and taste. Like,
double
I mean-
entendres aside, do I finish the crossbow?
well, somebody finishes.
Oh,
No,
boy.
yeah, you do. You
Wink! Wonk!
Wink, wonk.
winkety wonk. As in, like the anvil stops hammering, but yeah, Esme can still hear hammering noise, and she's like, "That doesn't sound like an anvil at all." But yes, no, you finished the cross.
Spoiler, it's his penis. We're doing sex jokes. We're having the sex downstairs. Everyone, guess
Are you
what?
okay, Laura?
Yes.
Moving on. So yeah, next day you guys are essentially fueled up. Everyone says their goodbyes to Alex. Like him and Coda have a nice hug, a handhold, a little peck on the cheek, like "I'll see you soon." Don't come back some weird, distorted, magical anomaly, because that'll be like really weird. I'm not sure if I'm into that. That kind of thing. But yeah, no, it's cool. Everyone says their goodbyes and is essentially packed, geared up. And you guys meet the boys down at oh fuck, I keep forgetting about the White Rabbit. There we go. I was like, I could not remember Oz's bar's name for the life of me all night. So yeah, you guys essentially meet Rook, Oz, who's not going, but she's essentially like getting everyone together, kind of thing. Red and Monkey are there, and Rook essentially like, oh yeah, you guys have got. Oh, I'm gonna say for easier sake, you guys paid the rest of the bill when you like essentially put into Oz like, oh, we'd like to go ASAP, and then Rook replies with like Thursday morning. So I'll double check the money, and we can worry about the fucking money later on. Doesn't matter.
I'm not saying it for the sake of being like, oh, we can fast track this. We have definitely paid for 2 of them at least.
Oh no! For 100%, I definitely think like you might have an outstanding bill of like maybe 500 or so. I don't know. Again, I'll check my numbers. Realistically, everyone knows me in gold. I couldn't give a fuck. But like, yeah, I'll double check that. It's essentially a case of you pay off the smidge of the bill you had left, kind of thing. But yeah, it essentially gives you. Have any of you seen Valley of the Wind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rebreather things they have there with the droopy bits at the side.
Cool.
Literally that he gives you like these weird like essentially breathing apparatus that like a strap onto your head, like to the point where like it doesn't disturb your costume, your character design kind of thing. But yeah, no, right, yeah, these are them. Like he shows you how to put it on and fasten. He's like, they're good. If you just keep them on and you won't die, that kind of thing. And like when you put them on, it's kind of like that muffled speaking, but you can still understand him easy enough. And he's like, so, you guys ready to make history? Probably.
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Ready as
Okay.
well.
I'm not sure if I'm ready for history.
Cool. So essentially, what happens? Yeah. I love them. That
so
entire
good.
fucking movie is. Oh, it's great. Anyway, moving on. So you guys essentially like set off. Oz bids you farewell, gives you good luck. Like you guys are going to do great. Like I genuinely hope you guys come back. And Rook takes you off deep down into the like regular forest, like past Deadman's Haven southwards. And as he's going, he's just kind of going over the rules that he stated before. He's like, there's anomalies everywhere. Like, let me go first. If I say jump, there's no time to say how high. You just jump, that kind of thing. Like, it's like, for lack of a better terms, like I'm in charge in the sense of like getting you guys there and back, that sort of thing. That's my job, so please respect that kind of thing. Red Monkey kind of like agree to what he's saying, but don't necessarily make conversation with you guys just because it's still kind of a bit awkward with the whole shooting and maiming Izzy and stuff. Yeah, that's fair. They keep their distance. They're well aware of the fact that like you guys, they're them. But after a while, you guys kind of hit a point where like essentially the bridge bit of the landscape essentially is. You guys are walking through the forest and you kind of enter kind of a misty area. Like this mist kind of almost has like a cutoff point. You guys keep forward and he's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna be entering there soon. But it's like, just watch your step, general. Like, don't fall down any fucking holes, that kind of thing. So this fog is thick. This mist is heavy, that sort of thing. And so, it's everywhere. The ground is kind of crunchy. And then eventually you start to see like red leaves on the floor, that kind of thing. And after a while, you guys are quite literally walking through a red forest. And for a while, like about maybe 4 hours of the hike kind of thing, like he's just like firing stones from his finger, like just like flicking them forward. And every so often you see him like moist. What the fuck? Yep, it sure is, buddy. He's gonna like firing them forward, and for the most part it's fine, but you do catch the anomalies that he spoke of. Like he shoots one forward, and like the rock goes into it, and like it just seems to like the rock almost expands and blows up. To the point where it becomes like a mini boulder kind of thing, and then it compresses down, and it just shatters and like collapses. And he's like, all right, we walk around that one, and he's just doing this. He just keeps flicking them, and he's essentially like mapping out a which way to go. Some of them, like he shoots the rock forward, and like as it's going through the air, it just suddenly just shoots down into the ground to the point where it makes a crater. And he's like, oh, let's go left here, and it's just like stuff like that. It's like 4 hours of him just navigating these weird little like ripples in the air kind of thing. You can just like he essentially teaches you, not you, but shows you what to look for. And like, it's a case of like you're still training your eyes to hear, training your eyes to hear. The new hit musical. He's kind of training you to see it, that sort of thing. But after a while, he kind of like brings you to a boat, and he's like, right, everyone like. He like shoots these like sticks, or not sticks, stones everywhere kind of thing. And hold on, I can't hear you. I need to put on my glasses. And like the boat's safe. And he's like, okay, so for the sake of it, Izzy and Risbit, he's gonna like essentially, I'm gonna say he like not interviewed you guys, but kind of like, what are your talents? And when you guys were kind of like, yeah, pretty okay at survival, I guess. He's gonna ask you guys to essentially like man the direction fucking thingy. I can't remember now. It's gone out of my head, but okay, that thing. Rudder, yeah, there we go. You guys essentially have to steer the boat, sort of thing, like with survival checks, which obviously will be the next game. But for a while, it's just straight sailing. Like he's just he shoves off, and like you see him kind of conjure up a little mini gust of wind to kind of like give you guys a poof, and it's more like a natural current. And again, there's a lot of fog. Like a low-hanging fog sort of thing, and you see reeds everywhere, and it's nice, it's quiet, it's really, really relaxing. It's like, despite him being like, we could literally die and explode in any friggin' second, it's like, calming, it's nice. After a while, he notices like a few anomalies to the left and right, and he's like, turn left, turn right, there's nothing crazy, and he's like, oh, in a couple hours we'll hit some pretty intense rapids, and then it'll be literally like hard left, it'll again, it's like golf, like checks next game, that sort of thing. But after a while, you hear quacking and he's just like, "Don't touch the ducks." And as you guys are essentially like, you know, wading through the water, to you guys left and right, essentially it's like covered, like the boat is pushing through them kind of thing, enough that they get out of the way but like not disturbing them outright, is a load of hand carved wooden ducks like standing on the water. They're like almost like water walking, that kind of thing. They're like clipping on top of the water, and they're just everywhere. Like it's all you guys can see in terms of, you know, the fog and these ducks. And he every so often you just hear him kind of saying under his breath, just like, you know, "Don't touch the ducks." And after a while, you guys realize you really want to touch the ducks. Like there's something gnawing at your head. It's like, touch the duck, touch the duck. And we're gonna leave it there because we're gonna start off with wisdom saves next game. But
Oh my god.
yeah, don't touch the ducks, guys. But yeah, you guys are. But you guys have officially begun your expedition into the Red
Phobia
Forest.
acquired. Ducks. Neil, of course.
But yeah, guys, sorry it went so over fucking clock.
that
I
was
honestly
really
thought
good.
we could like hammer it out in like 5 minutes time, but like everyone took tomorrow, so then it was fun. So
It was great.
yeah, like yeah, no, I'll fill in Ian in tomorrow, so it's all good and all. But yeah, guys, well done, good game. I'm excited for the absolute
Yeah, same.
wacky.
Gonna die in a forest.
In a lake full of ducks.
Gonna get turned into a wooden duck. Excited.
Okay, I'll stop the stream now.
Right.
Good night.
Good night, stream.
Good night, stream. Good game, guys.